Hello. Good day, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Due to the time differences, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well by the grace. Um, so today I'm going to be discussing depression. Depression is something that many people has been struggling, battling with, and you have loved ones, friends, co-workers, people in general. In America, the percentage and the rate love is like really higher. Majority of the Ghanaian community, some of them who has traveled abroad, are familiar with depression, but many also are not familiar with that. Um, and it's something that's happening to so many people. So we're gonna talk a bit about it because it's kind of like a broad topic. If we have to go into deep discussion, is going to be like so huge. Me and my brother Kwe Saki. I come with saying, bro, you go kill me. He said, when I see my brother Quay, like he just put a smile in my face. You see how like I started laughing because of most of his posts. I mean, we need that. You need something that will make you laugh and also like get your mind off things, to let things go and very much focus on positive things. So it is good. It's good to see you, bro. And God bless. But as always, the power of music. Music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. And I personally love music. My family, actually, majority of my family members love music because it can calm you down, it can uplift you. Every mood that you in, you play some type of music, you will be able to like really be in a good space. Depending, like, songs that some people choose to play and stuff like that. So I'm going to play like a couple songs, boogie a little bit, and then we would discuss depression. Okay, so um, I welcome everybody, my beautiful, knowledgeable sister Aisha Ankra. This Kwaba, it's good to see you. Oh, thank you. When I see Sister Love now, you make me so happy. Boss of our the marvelous, knowledgeable, strong, well, and beautiful boss lady. Boss, Kwaba. And other phones, I like Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. We're tuning in on Fire Life Radio. At 4 p.m. UK time. Hey, boss, so bed drive over rough topic is so de bano. You hear sa a discussion, you hear some common because your society, we want to build ourselves up. Or some of us want to build ourselves up, but we also want to get more people informed in order for them to be able to also help themselves, because the one thing majority of us we lack of is not working on ourselves. Yɛhia sɛ yɛbɛyɛ yɛn ho adwuma. Yɛn mu bebree nyɛ ade wɔ saa ade no ho. Yɛntumi nyɛ yɛn ho adwuma. Da biara yɛyɛ complaints, yɛka sɛ yɛde yɛn nsa tene obi so sɛ saa nipa no nyɛ sei ɛnso no yɛn ankasa no pressure yɛde to adɔfoɔ no mu so nso no ɛno nso create all this stress, which most part no na ebi mu nso no develop into depression. We will talk about it. Mami mo kwadwantwi kakra. Na nso mɛbɔ menwom kakra madam for menua bɛɛma brother Kwaku de so no Kwaku no spelling with Q. And I had my checking it out. There is Quayku. na the soul no yeah DESOUL. Nti mo checking it out for YouTube. Na mo support no. Ai oyade nti no. Ame sha asie wo kodwenchi. No bi akwa abebiem. Oh, Sister Aisha, can be a moon. Sister Aisha, you see, when they come on now, you make my job easier. Sister Aisha class, a music therapy is a psychological therapy that aims for facilitate positive changes in emotional being and communication through the engagement in live musical interaction between client and therapist. Most definitely, a lot of people don't know the things that music can do to their body, mind, and soul. Music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. So I love music, and it's yes, upon Kumasa say, Shaw Nasi Bia, Sebia, which me the baby, who be no upper baby, the theatre, would dream. Na say nka wo problems ebe ko away and nka meka se mo nwendwen ba wo dwen se den na say one take steps no anye nneoma bi one fa nneoma bi antoto yi a adwendwen na wo dwendwen no wo dwendwen sem ho because emwa wo kwan bia so the area na ema wo ho ntino and then we will talk most about the isa nneoma no pandemic nso abakrempo na adofo nom ne anuanom any nipa titiri bi a omo bipolar no depression no get stressed so easily no being in their home na omo ntimi nkwa abonten no eno nso etimi create or another level of stress nti no see a boy and who support each other. So here we go, right?
Hey, Minyantaba, I'm coming to my country. What in you? Minyantaba, coming to say I'm running now.
I love this song.
Obayima, no, ni ma girl, Obi friend of mamia. Obayima, I went to my kuma pay. Obi friend of
but then you Mr. Music Man. King of love song. But hey. Woo! Hey.
Oh yeah, to me, Titi and Chama. I want with a baby. A book and a single billion years grabber. Mina, sister. Give me a baby. Oh yeah, to me, Titi and Chama. I'm a daughter, baby, that's a book. We must go every W. Papa Kase Brian. It's Minyantaba. Minyantaba, come to a cordon chain. Now watching you. Minyantaba, come to some of my person. It's my cordon chain. Papa, I can't play. Oh, I did a you now make myself. I can't cry. did that you now make my son. By the grace of God and His blessing, many of us are going to see how we are financially I'm a new way, baby. I did to make you cry another me. I'm a new. I can't tell me another me so slow. Maybe I intimidate Pimpimo. Then I'm sad as meaning, baby. I'm a cry. Manati, meaning, baby. I'm a cry. That's when I'm here to let me come around crying. Come here, I me can't say. I me anything. A boy, let's rest to my mom. Send them to a potato. Me and Taba can make to my cotton chain. Now what dream you? Me and Taba can make to some of our friends. Make to my cotton chain. 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 Sister missing you. Welcome, sis. I'm already at Campbell. Yelele. Woo! Hey! Pagentry, Charlie, Mammy Far, Banka. Meet me more me and Tabana me far cover a corner bank counter. Minium papebi. Me menina me warm through a corner. Hey, Charlie. Sunday, I'm going to be driving. Into me prayer, bro. Everything hey, Grandma, me was so well. Now to my head, like a cry, and one I mean you be fra. Oh, what do you? Only me don't catch them with you. Oh, you. Oh, my God, get them. So the promise I make me. No, don't succumb to me, oh. Bro. All day, when I need one, no. Want me take grandma, no. All day, when I need one, no. Want me take grandma away? They see me new bed walk on no but ah, me new bed walk on no but hey, oh, me new bed walk. Oh, me new bed walk on no but yes. Your bed grandma chiachi. Kale. All day, all day, I don't make a massive sandy. Make to you the day, I did that war with that bread and my coming home. Welcome home, my knowledgeable sister. Say, tell me a rock. Or they the air train. Oh, Odo you. Oh, man, Odo can see this much from me. I'm my ready and the team show. Me chinching one, not basic stuff. And you're right, but I didn't even want to. Back on me with you. Odo you, ah, a day. I don't even want to know. Want me take grandma away? Odo you, but I need one room. Want me take grandma away? Me see me new bed walk on over. Ah, me new bed walk on over. Oh, me new bed walk. Oh, me new bed walk on over. Oh, the bed grandma just chill. They swear to one, they're going in and you ran me no matter what kind of a the activity say, I don't know me, but I need one more. Oh, all day, be no more. Hey, Aisha, no cry. Music therapy seems to reduce depression symptoms and anxiety, and it helps to improve functioning. I love music. Hey, Sister Missy, I kid you not. Yes. I did you all day for life, for sure. Mr. Music Man and King of Love Songs. What do you mean in a one? Hey, Saturday, Thursday, I wish I had here. They went ready for kind. Yeah. Mr. Say to me, hey, boss, boss, I feel it. Hey, anyway, mess up on the in a few. Mammy couple brother, I could so, Oforiwa, Nunu way say, dear, hey, Charlie, oh dear, my mamma more, one cost support to know you do. Hey, what? Hey, oh,
Atupambutious.
Why do we cry? Why do we hate? Why do we laugh?
Just listen to the words.
Why did you change? I feel the pain. It's running my veins.
Anyway, do I have them crowd what to come with Charlie? Hey, but
I know the truth. Baby, a lot is such a good. I've been having some visions of it. You know you are far away. All I'm missing my view. Baby girl, I've been such a good. I've been having some visions.
Sister Aisha, now, oh,
You know you are far away.
I'm going to hear the Pasiata. Mr. Music Man words are always powerful and deep. I kid you not, Sister Aisha. A pop music design man, but then I love Kadenji. His song, I love everything about him. Young fun baka, hey, baka, baby. Young fun baka, hey. Easy, easy.
No matter how many times we fall, you got a place right by the heart. We've been through too much. Surely I'll miss you. Baby girl, I've been such a good. I've been having some visions of you. Baby, know you are far away. All I'm missing my view. Oh, for a while. My young me go to party. I said I'm in the wild big man. Oh, for a while. Alright, come here. Here we see you. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk. Baby, girl, I know you like it, baby. It's okay, everybody make mistakes. And you got my heart feeling astray. Baby, rewind time. When can I really hold you again? My whole I see a beautiful place. Tell me only how take my heart.
I love musical, Charlie.
I'm already found the one I love. I wanna be with you forever. Baby, would you please come? All I'm missing my view. Baby girl, I've been such a good. I've been having some visions of it. Baby, know you are far away.
Aisha, you gonna kill me, oh. Thank you. Good. Dance.
Oh, for a while. Alright, come here. Here we see you. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk, baby. Gotta walk.
That was Kwaku the Soul right there. Oh, Charlie. Hey. I said, you want me, Bono? Assurance. Must I you free? So, mommy, 1 second. I need to go get assurance. Hey. If you move your phone, Charlie. And you're not coming, Moana. Kwaku the Soul. Okay. Q-U-A-Y-K-U. This Soul. Where the Miami 410 in the moment memory. I need to pull it because that song is dope. That song is dope. I need to get it back. Where did this song go? Oh. The song is not pulling up for me right here. Sorry.
Roach beat.
yo. I'm familiar with Opalua, but assurance. I'm Paul Aisha. This is a big workout. I'm back. At this time, over to you. To you, another workout session. Hey, sir. Hey. I'm Paul. But then, he's timeless. Yes, sir. You champagne. The way Ghana from many people or Donyum. We have no worries. Everything else will fall in place.
Let me be your ally. You give a sweet potato.
Sweet potato, you know.
Your love is so divine. So take it easy. Let me be your love. Love to take you in like people. All of your love. Show me all that. Show me that. Show me all that. Show me all that. Show me all that. I wanna hear you the world. Baby, baby, can you handle it?
I don't want to be your number two. Hey! I'm out to that time I thought. But put this so indeed, bro. Oh, you're the best. Come on. Hey. It makes me crazy. And then we're going to start the discussion.
Come again another day.
Hey!
Situation with my shorty in my heart. Very worried, not a good time to count the total of the stars. What's the problem? Bring it to the table. She's getting frustrated, telling me what I cannot do. I thought you trust me, now I'm thinking my true colors. Used to be very nice, now very pushy. Even in my own place, controlling. Baby, this is so uncool. You trying to change, you trying to control me. Now you tell me your friends I've changed. What you wanna tell me, baby? What you wanna tell me, baby? Crazy, baby. fall in love. I'm a tenderoni, 99%. All she gotta do, I don't want percent. Even in public, we touching each other. Hey, just wet one. Trying to seize my feel so funny. We got you full of negative emotions. I feel like I got hit you by the wrong girl. Between me and you, got the honeymoon. Saying that we don't spend time together. I'm always in the mood for commitment. Run for bizarre, bizarre. If you need me, don't waste that. Tell me what you need, baby. What you talking about? Hush to the trauma. Say, baby, you gotta rub it up. You gotta rub it up. Crazy, crazy, baby. Why you talking to crazy, 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 baby? Baby, again, I told you about the sex you better. Baby, you want me. Why you talking to crazy, 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 baby? Baby, why you driving me crazy? Baby, why you driving me crazy? Crazy, baby. Why you talking me crazy? Crazy indeed, crazy indeed. Woo! Let's come here. All right. How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling awesome, fantabulous. I'm in good spirit right now. All right. So I welcome each and every one of you. I love you guys very much. One love to you guys always with your positive contribution. Those who tend to share the program, invite other friends, and be part of the conversation, discussion, lessons, sharing information, giving information, informal education. So, like, if any one of you would like to join in, if you have my WhatsApp number, you can call through WhatsApp or ask me to send you the link. I will send you the link if you want to come on via video for you to be part of it. So let me go back. I know more comments came through. Sister Missy, don't you love it? My interview it twice. Well, yeah, for Riwa and Veronica by and then my mom Veronica. Mon checking it out on YouTube, mon subscribe for him, like just to support him. To see you who see near be air costro and answer will ye be beer. Mommy showed more love, me and support so send ye be ya ye be ko ye nim. And yet there be an say abon to so for and at there be an ye pion na ye young cassa ye chrome for. Yeah, born mobile from enomniade. And Sister Missy, you love her, right? Need words, like, hey, Charlie. And like, he's, he is so talented, and he has so much stuff, a lot of things to give. He connects with people. The way he talks, he's so humble because, he was raised in a good home. But whatever his mom, all the tools, coping skills his mom taught him, like, he carried over to his marriage. He has children. Like, he is awesome. Because I met him, I became known of him through Fire Life Radio. DJ Muhammad on only platform, so na me become aware of him now or interviewing. Sada na me sending a friend request, and I'm sending a text, me sending a message through Messenger. Within a matter of seconds, I accepted my friend request. And I asked him if he can come on my platform, and he was like, why not? And I was really happy when he came on. He shared so much information. Nidin what they call Kuba
or spell it Kwakuno with Quayku, and then Desoul, Desoul. Check him out. Subscribe him on YouTube. Or subscribe him now. Subscribe him. I know I subscribe him. So I say, yes. Okay, so let me see what I miss. Hey, sister, Missy or Dobby Sana will show you. Hey, sister Aisha, with you. When somebody, wow. On Apple, no cry, shake it. Yes, me come back with so hey, I know, right? Like it's amazing. I just love it. I truly love it. Like sometimes we don't know, but music is a really good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. We have to use music to do things, to help us, be able to overcome certain challenges, because if we don't, it's not easy. So depression, depression because it's I say you move it take mre ansana be familiar with depression, because sometimes in your maybe you don't think and your chromo Ghana no to say I'm sure say nkofo bebre adofo no bebre oma yare na omo ehya ase kasa no mani so ye hyehyehye omo na and some bebre koso like omo behave out of character no ne ade ya say nipa no abodam, the person has gone mad. No, ya abodam mu abodam. Depression and yet bodam some, it's a disorder. And see a timmy sua one day near more familiar with it. Send ye be ya unia be what sister be unia no sister ni unia be ma say the same thing. Unia ye both ways, it goes both ways for a obey money or bar, right? You mommy be one to be one could be papa be wadamfo bi anase wadwuma co-worker bi ewo bia. They need a lot of positive encouragement. And yes, that time no na wo be turning no like me mood down because they already moody, right? But you see a chrome for the way we act in such manner when someone has depression, we make it so negative in a way. Say nipa no krampo na ya na bebre mu honom omo pese omo be receive treatment because anaso obeji atum say enwoma bi enkoyi enwoma bi ntuto ye emma no ntino na edru yese wo beji anom a won feel so oji edru nenum a ebe ye na chese onye papa. And yes, the same one. Depression, you be just a hard dream, a disrupted nipa with daily routine. What dream and new just say, Charlie, no be easy. And to the sister Aisha said, research, she's bringing facts. Research suggests that depression doesn't spring from simply having too much or too little of certain brain chemicals. Bam. Rather, there are many possible causes of depression, including faulty mood, regulation by the brain, genetic vulnerability, stressful life events, medication, and medical problems. And I'm no expert in that, but I also feel that traumatic events and nneɛma bi a yɛmu bi mu kɔ through ɛwɔ yɛn nkwalaa abere mu treatment bi a obi timi nya ɛwɔ ne nkwalaa abere mu ɛno nso timi build it up to that. They grow up, they start thinking, and they see other things, they learn new things, and be like, you know what, I was abused. verbally abused, emotionally abused, physically abused. How could this happen? How can my dad, my mom, my auntie, my family member, friends, so whomsoever do this to me? It become that dream. And at that dream nso say wo dream bebra etimi create all this certain condition not develop it into depression. So no different kinds. We have clinical depression, we have I said so many of them, manic. Oh, many of them brother Vasco, I have missed you, and yeah life. What download sound cover radio no, because and brutal. We had really nice conversation regarding to say ye me manu bia to say omo be man ntimi nyina so enche anaso omu ntimi nye adwuma sene ye so omo ye no esan say treatment omo nye fro omo yirenom any omo partner no it's not easy. It's not easy. And I remember being so omo tonga no so no omo ntimi ntu bi esan say one in baby no war gin and you yin system was see a good day. Some bro. Sister Aisha me that's a panya min shroud. Sister Aisha Ankra said depression is a constant feeling of sadness. Oh, loss of interest, which stops you doing your normal activities. Sister, I tell you, sometimes Nepa, if you have a loved one and you know how that person is, and then they get to this hopelessness, helplessness situation level. Just say you feel for the person, but because of where their mind is at, they don't see what you see. They don't see themselves doing all this stuff. And it's so sad. And my gosh. Charlie, no, maybe the way it is, you know, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. So we have to show more caring gesture, more love at the same time, you know, being truthful and getting your loved one to truly understand that this is something that needs treatment. But they will take medication for a short period of time and then they will be taken off. But if you are one of those people who will go on medication, take yourself out and stuff, it becomes chronic. And when it becomes chronic now, it becomes a major problem for you, the person who is depressed, and it becomes a big burden on your family members as well. And it's not easy at all. Sister Aisha Medase, the information you providing on the platform, God bless you. I love you always. Where's we to one of sister? Some Ghanaians don't want to talk about it because of the stigma around depression. In fact, we need okay, boss. Yes, I'm what to say. No problem. Me do I to life oh. Okay. Mate, boss, me ma kwaba. Hey, oba wo gina ne naso wo nim die na ne ho san fe ka ho boss, me ma kwaba. Oh, boss, so mommy you are here. Ah, I love you always, boss lady. Amen, that's it. I know, right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's it. Yes, it's Aisha.
Happy Valentine.
Amen.
in advance, me will show Pia, me will show
Yeah, that's the boss.
Don't
It's a perfect.
Yes. Now me can't say that Pia so me radia. Yanko people
come in your life. Yes.
Who attract good people. Yeah.
That's right.
That's I appreciate him very, very well.
We appreciate you also.
Say, okay, about depression.
Annie.
Yes. Depression, I did it's me very pass time to time, which is not serious. One, whatever was what we say. You're not in the good mood. Sometimes you don't even want to get up from bed.
Yes.
And if you don't want to take your shower, some reason be.
Hey, boss, so handsome.
Man, no, maybe as a depression be. As sometimes plan to be on no but as you say, you feel lonely. Be to me to time to time. But yes, sometimes not illness. I didn't compensate. So be one seeking medical help now. A bit to me, yes, and at the end of the day, so no, before no. Dream no so be crown post na that for new be now or go through and you may be near the idea.
Oh,
because the way I am no city put any panel to me voice out to me I'm going through this because so kind of person when we say be let's go about them you know on do you get me? I'm panel at the Shawasana I said sana Africa there any help near the rest of the panel
I do some no correct.
So one to me and can't so I down for the crampona. Now say seeking help from your doctor na baby sana. A beer ombe to me be professional be on the back of what I say who better. Who go through baby man. Also who the first person to get in touch is your GP. How they say GP. Say now who come and a man say a man in you when you a man yes because I really now because say you for area you would is a type of illness such as a one Abrabo Mu Nsem but kind of depression I did to and we find it difficult say you because if you see a car because say what
oh boss so no correct.
Nani pane de asano. If at that time you need somebody to talk.
That's right.
Talk to be no kasa. Sometimes let me many panel me turn kakra. But here for cano na ye near binum afan World Cup.
Oh,
na ya stomuna also what them na you can jano. We are cancer men 50 and near you didn't call. Which is sad, for 50 days so Namedia Cassette or see a jai because and not so yet, so because it's and I am Sana another Yaria, a woody power to pay a problem. It's and we are sorry, Adam for whatever now. You wouldn't pay a problem. So only a big crab, but no better beach. You have to support him or her instead of over spreading out to send Panaki Mukano. Because every and I say, oh, what to Jan, when that's what coming so not is giving Annie. You get me? Now, oh, go and which is too bad. I was to say a quiet name and the Biaba the first no and an I say dear. I was who dear Timby, and we assume say we are really be any identity. So you never go to depressed any idea. We have to support the person instead of say a bit pulling it down.
No correct.
But the next another advice I will say, I'll give you say who say BB said to I don't sit there and now so someone in yet can see straight away so no GP casa or doctor. Say you are going through this. Seeking necessary advice in your mouth. I beg God and say a bit fast enough acquired. And I'm minor depression and time to time. No matter how rich, poor, whatever your situation is, sometimes when you go through depression, down. Sometimes what's sorry to me. Now, that's why that, but as a people who go through Bisana, wohwehwɛ ade a w'ani daagye ho sɛ bia nnwom no ne josta sɛ bia wobɛbɔ nnwom sɛ bia biribi na pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ just try as well get up from bed and take a shower na bɛtena sɛ ɔno kuno hɔ a sɛ aduane bi kɔwa start sɛ mu ɔno aduane bi na ɔyɛ biribi to occupy your mind because wadwene no ɛda hɔ a na afei dɛ depression menka sɛ bonsa na play on it a lot
no correct
but we are busy na be say na bibia akonti dem record say unya sana seek help important and na yen so aye anuafo adofo na fofo no seriously sad ade no so no
yes
na so bi ebe kana se bi kirewa who support no and say o spread it say this is it. This is what is going on in this person's life or whatever.
Boss lady.
Okay.
Boss, me da sepa nyami show abebu bonio masopa esan sesa and a sister yi kan ye no. Boss nyami show sister Aisha kan sa a stigma na ye di tu ye ho so no. And no, it create another certain condition. And it's a nipa bi go through some difficulties, some struggles now. Because depression and some depression is not madness. Depression is a disorder. Okay, Sister Aisha, the different types, so common. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to read her earlier comments. I think that this one, yeah, in fact, we need, okay, I think I read this one, right? Some Ghanaians don't want to talk about it because of the stigma around depression. In fact, we need a wake-up call. It's a serious matter. It's as some boss lady Becca, Sidia. Say near the winning nam has a yes, say woodin, and I say a pesaman saying, and to say, oh, nipa sumesi, unipa washa, seal, and to say the old cockrum por casa, in the casa or cano, it make sense what did in baby, or bodamba, and so and ya bodam same bia. Nipa no or here treatment. And he says a stigma yedia to ye so no adia esan say we lack of knowledge. Most of us, a lot of us are limited when it comes to educational to say you have to understand something. Ebi wo honom kra abusua bi wo honom kra abusuafoɔ no bi other half anase enamfofoɔ any brono so hɔfoɔ no etimi lebu omo sɛ hwan abɔdanfoɔ fie we say na wo kwa akɔware. How can you do that? To say we say obi a future success obi abrabo because say we need entiaseɛ emuntiaseɛ about this disorder. Enti to say obi a why moody and I say we hear treatment because we were depression you get the right treatment now you can have your normal life with no problems. You take your medication accordingly. You do not take yourself off a medication. You follow doctor's protocol. Now, some be a sister Yisha kind. I mean free a comment where say was it Ghana for no binum. Pese beka depression some kra esan say enuoma bia ye de ato ho no din bia de ato ho no wo modam enso yese wabodam eye no kra pa Ghana fo ni bi emma ne mema nyinala enkola kra mpo nso timi beye depressed esan say pressure awofonom ede to omo so hard dream to say studies if you on man class our math problems want to mean get it formula no on to mean figure out na dream ono so a obebusa no ne din so obebusa because his classmates fo nyina atiase ayese wokobusa questions no me ade na etwe classmates ne sign ubehu ebi o ha classmate ne say come on What is wrong with you? No, my boy, my catcher say, are you retarded? The R word, which is very bad. That's part of the stigma. So you mu bi ehia moa yentimi mbie ya no nkasa. Oh, Sister Ayusha can earlier say talking is a therapy. It is therapy. Sometimes, some of us, we want to vent. Obi wo ho no ma o venti a ono ane ho kafo ni nuanom ni adofo se nkasa dodo aden na wo kasa sa. Obi wo ho no ma sa kasa na wo kasa no enu no ene beboa no na chese enyoma efri ni mu. Enso no we not consider it. We jump to conclusion because of us, some of us lacking of education and information. We have to be informative. We have to learn. Say social media has a span. You can Google on things and learn about so many things and how you can support a loved one, a friend, a church member, a co-worker, people that you interact with, and not make their family feel certain way. And I say busiano aware krampo no wuti fie wanu ma na so firi wanu ma wunya bi esan say ye kromufuo ni bi akonkonsafo eni omo ni bra papa bi bono ni ye di abusua bi nam ni ye ka ensem a ensem fata ye de be sewo enso ono no fie no a eye papa no ko ware krampo na so fa wo be so fa no. It's not easy. So depression is something, is real. And a lot of people, so America, so many people are struggling with it. Madam Fubia Minimno, Asama, last 2 weeks, no, I make our sister, my shewo for over 2 years. But I dear Bakua won't come some a depression. And I'm sure that people who know my can't send be a be fem to say 1 or 2 comments, minimum, but one share that any program about depression itself. Now, sister, as some made the anti-American say, me no, ma go through me kwada hospital for over 6 months. It sounds fiti ase no me de share me ho man kan chiro obia na me feel say me ankasa metimi a deal with the problem, but it drew baby not just by force by heart. Say me call hospital me kwada honom bi wo honom a dro ne de mamia me na me de asha even almost enum na me say na how do you hide it? Or see a man a drone or buy or fire no ayi ni ho free so next time or call no for that honum base 6 months. And to say the stress or go through or buy one any honum or buy no cofa ni free ayi Ghana e ba brochire na da wo be drew eno ba ne de ne tena se ka che ne say me medical aba ma be pedan and as I say wo buy when ya baby a wo de wuti abeto. Se wunya adwuma me no efie ha bills me ntua biem aduane to ni nyinala wadwuma a wo beye no eno ne yede beye bibia because me baaye no me yi na me sani wusika ye say no say nti say me so say me save wusika ti bra yi say was sister me baaye a menya me papers me menya opportunity anko school enti me pese me ko school na nka metimi enya adwuma pa biye. But esan say oba no enhwehwe ya wo hwehwe ade ono de me ba abrochire ede na me woka won hwehwe ya wo hwehwe me ye adwuma miensa chese minya emre kura ma me ho self care wasi wuka self care but me self care na he na me kofa no because chese me ba me 20 almost 24 hours meda a day be say mada cha 3 hours kura enru. Now, when you deprive someone from their sleeper, and no sooner to me build there because it's a wound to me now, even so we had you my bread, now won't to me now. Send what it would drink a refear about so, and you maybe one of my would drink and koye. Entity says I would you be barbaro chira, and answer we young crata mobia. Then the panay say will be ye will made, and I said just in your maybe what I won't ask you. Or ba one rebema. So won't I the bear man a buy ya? Are they? Why? put all this stress on one person, na nipa baako oye adwuma miensa, tambe no benya emre ama ne ho. So aho. Enti no si ye hwe ennioma bi ye ewo ya Abrabo mu, and we do things differently. Hwe boss nsem obekeka to ha say. Boss nyame nhyira. Nyame nhyira. Let me go back. Oh, let me see. Okay. Sister Aisha said, different types of depression exist, with symptoms ranging from relatively minor to severe. No, correct. And the severity, no, it comes about when one decide to make their depression become chronic. It sounds say, or no, or receive treatment, or yet on follow through the treatment. They don't take their medication as they should. Some of the depression, you're going to have to take medication for the rest of your life, because without the medication, you cannot function normally. You will be dysregulated. So you need to be on the medication throughout. All right. But they're not able to do that. So let me finish this Aisha Anker's comment. Generally, depression does not resolve from a single event. No. But from a mix of events and factors. We need to seek medical help if you don't feel yourself. True and bam, 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 bam. Pew! Sister Aisha. I couldn't have said it better. Most certainly. For someone to become depressed, it's not just one event or one single thing. It's a mixture, multiple events that has happened throughout their life. Sometimes, you have someone, ne baby, ne sister bi, anase na danfo bi aye na de bi yaw na wose wo de ache no so no de ahye ni mu onje mu so no they think about it. Enti wo hu a wone wo sere ye bibia nso no so de saa yaw no ahye ni mu, whereas it builds to like the person become resentful of this person. And so no one be bibia o ba won ma who say this is what they feel about you, even though no any especially when you interact no who's when ya that's nibu efu ni mu, because I say why is this person happy and I'm not happy? You become sad and everything. And we need to be able to recognize and say, when you keep things inside you, someone does you wrong, we need to learn to forgive and letting go. Because if you do not forgive and let go, you're going to build yourself up and you're going to get sick. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be stressed out. And then gradually it's going to build into depression. Okay. The definition of depression is feelings of severe despondency and dejection. Self-doubt creeps in, and that swiftly turns to depression. That's what it is. You have self-doubt. It will creep in. It says the word, when I read the word creeps, I was like, that is true, because it just creeps in a banketing why depressed, you don't recognize any signs. Before you know it, bam, you are at a place that you cannot do anything. If you don't have loved ones around you now, it will keep getting worse and worse. And when the people who adopfo bi wukun oyire unua wo papa wo maame wo wofa wo uncle wadanfo anase wo co-worker be hu na wo gina abonten na wo kasa most of the time no you ebimu wo ho no mo mayi ni say omofo say kunkun nyame kunkun afom no mo kan Bible mu nsem enum ne ade he ewo no anu understanding mu ebimu krampo timi beka say omo no any nyame so obi timi ka say enam ono ne so ena wo betimi nyame ebetimi ajiwo ebeji wo nkwa anase obe septil. Sister Rami. Hello, I don't me that's what what to say.
Yes, I don't know. So what me in your Facebook.
Oh, what name? Mommy, yeah, mommy share.
Yeah, let me show YouTube.
Oh, okay. Mommy share on my page, you know. Okay, let me see. Okay. Ubet me akwa
why? Because me said me share on Facebook because me get good on YouTube. So
Matty sister. Okay, bye. Okay. Ain't you know to say nneɛma bi saa no wobɛhu na nipa no de ayɛ preaching so ho nti ɔde yɛ preaching a ɔhyɛ aseɛ ɔno fo sɛ sesei no ɔno no through ɔno no ɛna wobɛtumi anya nkwa na ɔmo hyɛ aseɛ kasa like you know kasa ɔbɛkasa no obi a wɔnte saa yawie ase no ne first initial you know because if you are not well informed now obeka say okay ni pay wabodam and so no more than this person has gone mad. No, they haven't gone mad. They going through like disorderly like mood, you know, like through with resentment, being in pain, you know, being in pain, holding on to some things that has happened over the years. Minia eba ahomofedua sister Naj apomu etise me mawo akwaba me mawo bia akwaba se bia waba so na me acknowledge you is enye buapaye se normally aya me nhwe me ho a aya na wo ba so na se wanka hello anaso wanka hwe a mintimi minhu we say your friend is saying nipa wabaso and sister Missy earlier boss so kasano sister Aisha say yeah talking is a therapy most certainly. Some people just need to vent, some people they just want to be heard, so like hearing them no it can make them feel better. And you'll be on what depression they have to be on medication for the rest of their life. When it becomes chronic now then you know it goes there and it starts from sister Aisha share if in it becomes very severe. And you know, we have to be well informed of how we have to deal with it. If you have a family member who is going through something like sister Rami, if you have a loved one, a family member, a friend, you know, a co-worker, people, your neighbor, people that you know, or somebody that you don't even know that you interact with, and you see them going through something like that. Now, you provide support. You know, you don't judge the person because of how the person is like, you know, acting, and I said the person, what the person is going through. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Your sister Aisha, 7 of you know, because a mommy in our has it. 7 of the more common types of depression include the following: major depression disorder, which is known as MDD. Okay, and then you have persistent depression disorder, is called PDD. And yeah, a PDD, it has nothing to do with that. And then they have bipolar disorder. And after bipolar disorder, you guys will see me looking back and forth because I want to make sure. Postpartum depression, PPD, and postpartum depression, Emma yewa yemu bi wo a saade no postpartum depression ye yemu bi tanya pa say bia ye ho kafo enye familiar with it na ofo say bia Nigeria no waheda na oma ne mfa ne ho ka no eyesa be hu ne ho be ye ne time te say akwala ne kra awawo no wontimi nkwa akwala no hu akwala ne timi su like it's something serious, but with treatment you know they will be able to you know come back on that. Ye me mani ye ma omo wo soja mu omo kwa akon omo kwa de omo koko huhu normal befia, they get PPD, postpartum depression. They get it because it said obi wo ho no ma nneoma a wahu no, and I said what nneoma a wahu ne ne wate no, it becomes too much for them. It becomes so too much burden, okay, and they will not be able to emotionally and psychologically deal with that. So that's why some of them will go into getting talking to a therapist, because some of them, they need to talk to a therapist. They don't even want to talk to a therapist. They will go to the section, but they will not be able to talk about what is truly going through their mind, because it's like their mind is racing. They can think of one thing. If they have resentment towards you now, when they see you now, automatically, yeah, like you just trigger them. They look at you in a certain way. When they see you smile, crampona, it's a major problem for them, because they don't understand why you are happy and they are not. So it becomes a major problem for them. And this is something that a lot of people don't realize. People who have depression, at times, they feel like when they see a group of people talking and he or she is not part of the conversation, their first instinct is that they're talking about me. Okay. And if they see their partner being in that group now, they're going to put their frustration, their annoyance, and everything, upsetness, being upset on their partner. Their partner becomes the target, and they make their partner being the trigger event, but it has nothing to do with that, because it said they were not part of the discussion that went on. Even though it has nothing to do with them, that's what they see. They see from their point of view. They don't see it from other people's perspective. This is what they see, because they feel, and at times the group will be talking with their normal voice, but for them, they hear it, they see it, they perceive it as whispering. Okay, so it's not them, it's the sickness, the disorder that's having them have those self-doubts, and gradually it creeps in. Before they know it, it get worse. And if they don't get treatment now, it would just, they continue to get worse and worse. And the next one is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. This is PMDD. All right, we have seasonal affection disorder, which is known as SAD, SAD. Okay, you have ataxic depression, and so forth. So it's like, this is some of the things, that, the common types of depression that a lot of us do not know. So sometimes, it's always important for us to, like, educate ourselves, because if we do not educate ourselves, we are going to really struggle with a lot of things. And when you are limited with information, you lack of information, you lack of knowledge, what happens is that most of the things that you see happening with some of your loved ones, friends, and people around you, you will misjudge them and say things and do things that will really kind of like break the person's confidence. We already have learned so over the years and so many times that words are very powerful. It can either make you or break you. So like, we have loved ones whose, like, their words cuts like a knife, through their verbal abusive way, how they talk to people. We have some people, when you say something they don't agree with you now, the way that they will put things, or if you're not understanding where they're coming from now, the words that they use, they use certain words to limit you and to disgrace you in the midst of public, or for them to certify other people. This is where you go into someone bullying someone because they have been bullied already. They have been put in that position whereas they don't feel good and they are embarrassed about something about themselves or like whatever is going on emotionally and psychologically. So when they see another person who used to be like what they used to be, that's going to be their victim, because they know that this person will be easy for me to pick on because I've been there. They know the signs, so they intentionally will say things and do things just to bring you down. And that's why we should not allow other people to dictate for us, to very much, be able to affect us emotionally, psychologically. We need to learn to forgive and let things go. Don't keep things inside, because if something is bothering you as couples, as siblings, as friends, as whomsoever, and you do not have time to have someone mediate it, and if someone mediate whatever is going on and you say you have let it go, and you truly have not let it go, you going to harm yourself, because what's happening, the person you did something to, or the person that did something to you, that just spoke to you about it and apologized, they're not going to think about it, because in their mind you have forgiven them. It's done and over with. Sister Hannah Oforia Pomuti with us in Yamisha. It's over and done with. But with you, because you keeping things is inside, it's eating you alive. It's eating you, literally breaking you into pieces where you cannot see. You will not know until it's too late. And it just kind of like flow over. Before you know it, your loved ones will have to step in to help you get treatment, because without your loved ones and people around you, you will not get the treatment, and you will end up truly going from having depression, whichever type of depression, to escalate into madness, because it becomes chronic. All right. Sister Missy Amuako said, when one with depression does not seek help, then it escalates to another level. Hey, Sister Missy, can be more. Sister Sage Williams. Sister. Now to say, your friend is saying, someone who shared yes, me, what the monk ne website ne da hɔ no mo nkɔnkɔtɔ shirt ne bi, because the shirt yi aboa me o, aboa me o, so hey chai, I tell you, but the same shirt nkwanta adeɛ ne nkunum ne nkoro ne ba, mo may support each other. Sister Missy nso tɔn juice plus no, ɛsɛ mo kɔtɔ bi wɔ no me tɔn bi, K nso tɔn bi. And Sister Sage Williams said there is the other side of depression when the person is in a manic mood. Yes, sister. Asemanka maybe kindness na also diabetes yo. So when we say the common the major depression disorder, no, like so who call Google now who read each one of them now. Okay, you will go to, and then you get to the point you become known to manic mood, manic depression. Hey, they have lost reality. And this person will be very active, cannot focus, gets distracted easily, speaks very fast, in overly active mood, as a result of which cannot function well. Yay. Sister Sage, no kremu. And with this manic mood, you see how Sister Sage broke it down. She gave a brief description of it. Okay. What happens is that with the escalation of, speaking out very fast and overly active mood, some of like they become verbally abusive, whereas if nothing is done over time, it will go into physical abuse, either hitting, or like harming themselves or other people that they claim that they love. The one thing that we have to be very cautious of and pay close attention to is that we do recognize that our loved ones, friends and family members, some of them are sick. They have depression, right? However, they need to be held accountable, because if they do something, if a family member or a friend or whomsoever you're trying to help hit you, and we go into, oh, he or she did this because they're sick, so it's not going to happen again, and you just sweep it underneath the rug, you're not doing them any favor. You're making them sick more, because whatsoever happened, get them treatment. Once you get them treatment, then they come out in their normal sane mind. There has to be a mediation, and the mediation has to have rules and regulation with boundaries set. Because if boundaries not set, the next time they regress, we're going to go back to oh, Brother Mohammed, like they're going to regress, and when they regress now, it's going to get worse and worse. And this is something that you don't want it to happen, because because the person is sick, you can't just say, okay, they're sick, that's what that happened. They know exactly what they're doing. At times they may not have control of what is happening, but they do recognize, they know that they did X, Y, and Z. What some of them will do is that once they get better with medication, they claim that they don't remember what they did, but they remember every single person that came around them, what they did, which tells you that they are being deceptive in a proactive way, not in a reactive way. They're very proactive. People with depression, because they are observant, they watch everything that you do, and things you say to them, they remember every single one of them. But what they do, some of them says that they don't know. Because if you don't know what you did to another person, you shouldn't remember what the other person did to you. And then later on, they will start talking about what this person did to them, but they speak from their understanding, and they will try to turn it the other way to make it the other person being the problem. Meanwhile, they were the trigger effect to cause the other person to act. And this is something that happens a lot. Sister Rami Nanamo and Mimo Wakwaba, Sister Najnasi, I was Mimo Wakwaba, Mimamunina Makwaba Medama Sepa, and Yamin Shiramo. Sister Aisha Anka said bipolar disorder is a family member of manic depression. Thank you. Most definitely. And this is some of the things, you have to educate yourself. We have to do informal education to get as much information, because there are loved ones who had ended up being truly mad. Eyare etimi amomu abodam. Esan say ebusiano, the lack of information, the lack of knowledge into treatment nipa ni hiano. Oma amano amamu ena nipa no ede ne yare ne saa se no abo afa ne trim ena kyese enuoma achia enkoye ewo kwan bebre so ntino. This is what happens, all right? So we have to be supportive. So we are Ghana ni na watu kwan na wunam Ghana wunam krom na akohu yonko Ghana ni say bia wo kasa anase wo act in an unusual way na call medical service for them to come and provide support for them. Men fan kwatena Africa market. Men fan kwatena Africa ifuo bi mu na enkodin konkonsa enkoka nipa ho asem ya wunnim nipa no adan enti na yetimi eye ennuoma ensem fatasa ye ni nuado We don't have love for, most of us do not have love for ourselves in order to even transfer that into loving other people that we don't know or we know. It's very bad. That poor characteristic na what the society and the community no. We need to change. We need to change. We need to help people. And that is what it is. Sister Aisha said, oh, my day, Sister Love. Thank you for this topic. You are so very welcome. I mean, it is a topic I've been wanting to talk about it from last year. But every time I push it aside and stuff like that, because I wasn't ready to talk about it, you know. And maybe sometimes, people go through things not because they want to. Things just happen. And, it's something that happens a lot. And bebree omo a saa post partum depression no ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a mmaa bebree ɔmo wu wie a ɛyɛ problem. Sɛ ne kun anaasɛ bɛrima ne ba ne papa ne nya aware a, they won't get that treatment. Obi a ɔkɔ sogya mu ako ɛnom ne ade, obi nso wɔ hɔnom a through just being stressed, over stress, like a lot play into. But normally postpartum depression is a trigger event, when you have some traumatic event happen to you, something changing in your life and things, it kind of like built into it. Sister Aisha said COVID-19 itself can lead to neurological and mental complication, and depression is alarming at this time and is just by grace. We need to be each other's keeper. Bam, 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 bam. Most certainly. I mean, like with everything that's happening with COVID-19, a lot of family members have lost their loved ones. A lot of family members, they have loved ones who is in the hospital, and they really struggling. A lot of people who has bipolar, manic disorder, manic depression, manic mood, so many other depression, that they're going through. They don't have people to talk to. There are some people who are depressed and they are living on by themselves. That is like dangerous because they can harm themselves. Some of them will get to a point that they will not want to leave this world no more. They will harm themselves, or go out drive and they can hit someone, not intentionally, but they will think that the person was trying to attack them, even though they're driving and the person is on foot. So a lot can happen if someone that you care for, someone you close to, have depression, and you don't help them be able to get the treatment that they need. Sister Rami Nana Martin said, women gets it after having a baby. Some kills their kids. Yes. That's the saddest part. They will they will take their own fresh and blood baby who is vulnerable, and then some of them will not remember it. Others will know that they did that, but they couldn't stop themselves because they were danger to their own child and to themselves. Some people ends up going to jail. Other people, they will be put in a psychiatric ward to get treatment that they need. And some I watch a program on ID channel, Investigation Discovery channel, and the woman, what happens is that she has a postpartum depression, but they didn't pick up early. What happened is that by the time they realized what was happening, she has murdered 3 of her children. Something will happen to the child. They will bring them to the hospital, and then they can find nothing. So once the 3rd child died, they look into it more to make sure, say, she wasn't doing anything. So it's like some of them, they cannot be left alone with their own children and stuff like that. So depression is a disorder. It's not madness. So most Ghanaian people who are not well educated and they refuse to learn about new things and acquire information regarding something. Do not you need to know the difference between someone going mad and someone having um, depression, with disorderly thoughts, resentment, but if they don't get treatment now, gradually, it will escalate into something else. And we need to stop with the gossiping, the lies, and labeling some family members or some family about the mad home or family and stuff like that. It's truly bad. This and Ramina Martin says some women don't even want nothing to do with their child when it comes to that. It's a mental health issues for women after birth to children, their child. That's true. Sister Ramina Martin came again. She said, "This is why men have to respect women, especially when we give them a cute kids." Most definitely, some women, they don't get the support that they need from their child or their children's father because they don't know, the lack of this information, they don't learn. To say obi wɔ hɔ nom a n'adamfo bi a ɔno onim hwee no na wakɔtena ne nkyɛn kɔkeka nsɛmhu ne nsɛm tantan na n'adamfo no sɛ so onim hwee no so Charlie, forget your woman. Wonye papa, like this woman be crazy. You don't talk like that. If someone is opening up to you, it's important for you to listen to the person and say, listen, have your baby's mama, your wife see a doctor. Maybe it might be medical. So you need to get her support ASAP. How many of our people have the ability and the level of emotional intelligence and understanding to encourage their friend to get their partner support that they need, but instead not sit there and just talk smack about the person or tell another person to tell another person to tell I mean it's bad. It's bad characteristic. I mean, I don't know what else to put. Sister Alithia Dolly, Apomo to send me my kwaba pa so that Yamika Apolano no one by Dr. Jokins, they was so people kwaba pa. Sister Ishankra said, it's evidently clear that the pandemic is increasing demand for mental health services. Bereavement, isolation, loss of income, and fear for triggering mental health condition or exacerbating existing ones. Yep. Lord have mercy. Many people may be facing increased levels of alcohol and drug use, insomnia, and anxiety. Most definitely. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, you can't imagine like how like a lot of people going through so many things, and sometimes it's just disheartening, like to really see so many people going through so much and they're not getting the support and the help that they need. I mean, depression is something that a lot of people struggling with all over the world, and if people lack of information and they're not informed, they will see things the wrong way and their loved ones will not get the right treatment, which will harm them or cause them to lose their life, or a family member to lose theirs because they have a loved one who was not in their right mind of frame, and they hurt the other person. um, uh, Happy Sabbath to you as well, Dr. Kinsley. For saying, yes, very important topic, most definitely, yes. Oh, thank you also, Sister Alethea. That's a pan, Misha. Me too, sis. Sometimes, like we all learning from each other. When I share information, the information that's also coming in, I'm learning from you guys. Brother Nati Dazi, Brother Nati Dazi, Apomu Etisen, is good to see you. How are you feeling? I hope say yes, so I do mean sure I will when your pan so it's building up. Brother Mike Mika. Hey, Brother Mike Mika. Brother Mike Mika, do or don't say crowd, you meeting and come back, every once in a blue moon. Brother Mike Mika, Sana, just say, we are no edge, sisters. See, or the back share, you must see. That's a brother, that's it. Sister Rami said, dear, Debbie won't cry some look. So hello, Adwoa. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Minya Beba, my dearest brother, Natty does say. Please share. Oh, thank you so very much, Sister Aisha and Kramidasi. You always share my program, and one love to you always. Bonsoir and bonjour. Bonsoir is in the evening. Bonjour is in the morning, afternoon, right? Right. Another bonsoir goes for the afternoon and evening. And like brother Mike Mika, explain yourself. Okay, Sister Rami, Nana Martin say, true. They kill their kids and hate them. It starts from getting sad after giving birth. It starts with sadness after you give birth, even though you know that everything is right. That is PPD. Yes. Postpartum depression. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, because most times when things happening, when it comes to our Ghanaian community, a lot of things na you're doing backwards. Mm. Your dream backwards cry, which is something that goes into so many things. Okay, so like my friend that I share his story, he said that, like, when he came to US, his wife brought him to US, and the first day that he landed and the wife brought him home, she let him know, say, once he start working now, he's the one who is going to deal with all the bills, everything. And he says he did not get the opportunity to go to school. So one of his goal was to further his education, because his family did not have money growing up. So he wanted to go to school, but he ended up, when he got a job, because he doesn't have education background, the job that he was hired for, he wasn't making a lot of money. So he had to get a second job to be able to keep up with the bills, the rent, the light bills, the food that they get, and everything. And the woman was working, because the woman let him know, say, prior to him coming, she was sending him money. She was helping his family and her family, and she has the house, and pay for it till he came. So now he has arrived, he has landed. It's his responsibility. And he said, like, with the two jobs, it wasn't, the money still was not enough, so he has to get a third job, and the most hours that he was able to sleep would be 3 hours. And we know, say, humanity, we need to get at least 8 hours within 24 hours. Okay, if you can get more, that's great. For our children, they need to get 9 to 10 hours before school time. But, like, do we follow up? How much sleep are we getting? Because if you don't get enough sleep, your mind cannot function productively, because a lot of things going to be happening in your brains and in your physical body itself. So he said that when he went to the hospital, he hit his depression, because at the time he wasn't even familiar with depression. He was really stressed all the time. And then his when he went to the hospital, he was given medication, and once he started taking the medication, he realized, he said, he wasn't getting aroused, erect. So that was a bother for him, so he stopped taking the medication, just for him to be able to, like, get tonga. But, like, the wife at some point, started, like, belittle him, and name calling, telling him that he's not a man, and the wife will refuse him of sex. And that became a bother for him because, one of the things, some of the depression medication, it suppressed that, a lot of some men, especially our African men, when it comes to Tonga, it's a big deal for them. They feel like if they can't certify their wife or their partner, the partner will go outside and allow somebody else to enjoy the Tonga. So some of loved ones and friends, family, people within our society community, they really struggle with that. The fact that they can't, certify their partner, it becomes a major problem for them, which also build into their depression, disorderly thinking, so brother Nati Dazi, seriously. So Rami Nana Martin says some Ghanaian women have it, but they don't understand or know it. Most definitely. I mean, that's because we don't learn. We don't try to understand certain behavior. Some of the What is going on, Sister Rami and Brother Nati Dazi? Yes. So we have to be respectful and respect people's opinion. Everybody is welcome to share their own personal opinion or share their views without anyone else, kind of like um, singling them out. All right. So, Sister Aisha said, conflict can also cause depression, and separation is the no-go area. Some are going through a lot. Most definitely. I mean, like every day you are home, and what happens is that like you have situation going on every time. Talking about, I mean, petty stuff, we make it into argument and stuff. That also cause a lot of issues in our environment. So you're right, that also can cause depression because it gets one person stressed out, and then through that thinking and things creeping in, it will become part of, they will be depressed through that. Sister Aisha says abuse. Past physical, sexual, or emotional abuse can increase the vulnerability to clinical depression later in life. Most certainly. A lot of people don't realize you're even being raped, growing up being raped. That can also develop into clinical depression. So we have to be able to really have better understanding of some of the things that, because sometimes there are some things that we don't even think about that can build into loved ones and people being depressed. I think I have spoken about my motor vehicle accident, in terms of when I got injured, like the spasm pains that I will have go through my back, and also the pain that I had in my right knee climbing, going up steps and descending down. It was a whole lot. I wasn't working. My husband Kay has to deal with the bills, most of the bills, and I know that was a strain on his part, on his end, and it was a lot. During the day, I will make a face, that everything is okay, because Kay was giving me the support that I need. He makes sure that I was comfortable. He checked on me when I have the spasm. Sometimes I would just scream out of nowhere because the pain was so excruciating. I couldn't just sit, it would just come and go. And some of them were more stronger than others. I had to take go for physical therapy, do acupuncture. And, you know, I have a Ghanaian doctor who told me to never have back surgery because I will have like a temporary relief, but then I'm going to have permanent damage, and then I won't be able to go back on that. So I listened to him. And this is why it's so important to see your GP, general practitioner, because if you don't and you listen to, if one doctor tells you something, always get second opinion or even third opinion, because, you know, some doctors, they just want to make money, because when you have surgery, that's more money. And sometimes some sickness, you do not require no surgery. But some people will, like, you know, put you into like, okay, you need to get a surgery, this and this and that. I mean, even when we have children as women, you know, being able to have natural birth, you know, it's a blessing and it's good. But if you have C-section, the doctors make more money through C-section. Can you believe all this? I mean, like, you would think, say, they will do things that will limit, you know, you paying more money. I mean, it's coming, most of us is coming from our insurance, but that insurance money is being deducted from the amount that you pay from work. Even though your insurance is not going to be increased, the only time it increase when the company decide to increase it and stuff like. So it does affect us in some ways. So there are some doctors, you know, some people become doctors because they sorry guys, it just kicked me out, but I'm coming. All right. So, like, you know, that's something, you know, some doctors becomes a doctor because of the money, right? They didn't become a doctor because they want to heal whomsoever. Like, they go to certain profession because of the money. So their heart is not in their profession and stuff like that. So you always have to go for second. Don't just settle with the first with the first diagnosis. You need to go for second opinion, for someone who has like experience and stuff. Like, you know, before I have my knee surgery, I went and saw 3 doctors. The Ghanaian doctor that says I shouldn't have the back surgery, he said with the knee, because when they took the x-ray, or I did the the mammogram, like there was water on my knee, like, you know, it was like just sitting there, which was making it difficult for me to like move it normally according. And when I'm climbing steps, like I'll go to places and I'm looking for elevators, like, because I know climbing that steps, I'm going to have a major issue getting up to the steps. It was a major trigger for me. It was a struggle for me. So I went through so much. Brother Natty does you, don't worry, get some rest, okay? And may God, you know, watch over you and give you strength, all right? That's okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sister Rami. That's it. Sister Aisha Ankra said a wide variety of medication can affect your mood and lead to depressive symptoms. One example is benzodiazepines, such as Azopar, insomnia, anzonia, and central nerve system depressant. ampa enduro ni bebree wɔ hɔnom a antidepressant medication, they're like most of them no, it really suppress a lot of things. Benzodiazepine, correct and correct. Brother, nothing does this. Have a blessed day, okay, and pray for me. We'll do. Just have the strength, we like this craziness, this pandemic, everything is like so much, and yeah, majority of us, we need prayers. We need prayers in so many ways. Thank you, Sister Raminana Martin said, Nothing does it. I pray for you, okay? And God is your strength, most definitely. That's right. So my friend that I was talking about, he said once he started taking the medication, he wasn't getting aroused, erect, like it will come up, and then before he can even decide to go on the road, it would just face down again. So the wife just completely shut him out when it comes to having sex with her. It was like, and that kind of got him more depressed. So the next time he ended up in the hospital was like 6 months, and he was like speaking to his doctor. His doctor was like, two-thirds of Americans have depression, and it's not madness. Depression is not madness. Depression is a disorder that affects your mood, thinking process due to resentment, unhappiness, sorrow, painful memories of traumatic events. Sister Aisha put on, being sexually assaulted, emotionally, psychologically, going through event, and also being abused in some ways, a whole lot of other things, sadness, you end up with low spirit, heavy heartedness, despair, dissolution, doubtfulness, moodiness, helplessness, hopelessness, being upset, fearfulness, having the blues. Sister Rami, this is like different blues. We talking about different blues, right? And yet the blues. My beautiful, knowledgeable baby sister Crisscross Memo Akwaba, Apomo Etisen says, Memo Bianso Akwaba. And then also having your sleep be deprived, not getting enough sleep. You stay up all the time. That is also going to, build into that. You're going to be so unhappy. You feel digestion, and also not being able to. Some of them also become, tearful. That's some of the similarities, like, people experience, you are always down, in a funk every time, like, you just in a funk. And Sister Aisha mentioned the clinical depression, which also go into the manic mood, manic depression, in endogenous depression, reactive depression, postnatal depression. There is so many other things that you experience. And sometimes when we lack of education, we kind of like miss the thing. So when someone is sad, the opposite of sadness, right, is what? Being cheerful, right? So we have to be able to kind of like get our loved ones, to be able to like have a lot of like positive thinking. All right. Remember I spoke in terms of sometimes when you are even having normal conversation with other people, they see you from outside, you whispering, and you not whispering. They feel like you're talking about them and you're not talking about them. And that's something, that is a problem. They feed all these things into their head. It's not their intention. That's part of the mood, the disordering mood that they in. They think the opposite of what they would normally think if they are able to get the treatment that they need. Uh, have a blessed day, okay, and pray for me. We will pray for you, Brother Natidazi. Don't worry. And Sister Rami is someone who prays a lot. Yes, the blues. Yes, the blues with the Chelsea. This time there, we're not talking about that blues. So we're talking about serious blues. You feel you are in a certain mood, like that's not a good feeling. Sarah me said, like and not still the blues. Hey, Chelsea for fans, Mube Queen. Abba. Brother Emmanuel Ejaredan Kobiwakaba Apomu Eti saying, blessed afternoon to you as well. Sister Aisha Ankras said, please, we need to be at peace with each other because conflict, personal turmoil, or disputes with family or friends may lead to depression. Most certainly. I mean, like, a lot of people don't realize. That's why it's so important for us to not entertain or get into a petty argument and stuff. Things that will not add to your life, do not entertain that, because it's not going to be beneficial to you. You're going to end up getting sick over something that is so unimportant. We need to talk and focus about the most important things. What are some of the things that is not going right? How can you make it better? What do you need to say to your partner to encourage them when they are sad, when they are unhappy, or like partners who tends to internalize things. They keep things inside even after discussing it. They very much so will keep things inside. In your mind, you think it's over, but it's not over. Their mind they're not even ready to forgive you, but they tell you they have forgiven you and they still resentful of you. So when it comes to depression, even if he or she comes to you, but normally, when it comes to the man, when they're not able to alert or get aroused or not, even if they come to you, that if your husband, your boyfriend, your baby's mom, your baby's father comes to you and his penis is not erect, just leave him to do whatever he can, because putting him down will bring his pressure up. It will break his self-confidence. Do not refuse your man because they have depression, they're taking medication that is suppressing them from being aroused or erect. Do not refuse him. Just let him feel good, and also use some positive words to get them to be able to bring their mind into it. Because when you stress and depress, everything that comes to you is basically negative, and then you always constantly worried, right? So you don't want to say something to them to make them feel even worse than they already feel. We have to be more understanding with them, give him positive encouragement, assist him to take his medication, just showing him care and letting them know, say, you worried for them and you really want to see them back to their normal selves, and also have them really be able to be receptive to having this disorder. It's something that one can function, one can live their normal life with the right medication. If the medication is not working, it's making them more sicker, or it's messing up with their head,
they need to be able to talk to their doctor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, go through therapists and really express, okay, when I take the medication, this is how it makes me feel. Some of the medication, just for HIPAA law, I cannot say the medication on air, but some of the medication, a lot of you who works in the hospital or works in the home health aid, which medication I'm talking about. It does suppress men being able to erect or get aroused and stay aroused for a long time. It suppressed that. So some of them will just I'm not taking no more, because with some men, being able to have sexual interaction with their wife is a big deal. And if they're not able to do that medication, they're not going to take the medication, which is something that is they're harming themselves, and they're gonna get worse than they're supposed to. So just make sure that you encourage them and you assist them to take their medication. And then also sleep on the same bed. Make sure you sleep next to them, for them, because sleeping next to them, putting your hands, your arms around them and making them feel like, okay, it's okay, don't worry, I'm with you. You are the person that I want to be with. Because sometimes it just take a couple encouraging words for them to be able, because sometimes with that they will be able to really get erection, and to avoid it having to bother them for a long time. And it also caused some of them to stop taking the medication, because they feel like the medication is not letting them be able to stand strong. So they will stop the medication. Some of them, once they stop the medication, they can become suicidal. Some of them will make suicidal ideation. They will make the comments that, but they will not follow through. And when you have someone, but some of them, they will make the comments that they're going to kill themselves, and if you don't follow through, they will follow. If you don't get them the help, they will follow through with that. Some of them will require for loved ones to supervise them during the night by taking rotation to watch him or her, because if you don't, they will cause harm to themselves. And at times, some of them, they will become a danger to their own family members with verbal aggression, or become abusive, display certain abusive behaviors such as verbal aggression, screaming, yelling. Then it will escalate into hitting and even strangulation. They can kill you if nobody is around. When many of them take themselves off their medication on their own, it becomes chronic, because they're making themselves sick more than they need to be, right? Thank you, Sarami. That's it. With the symptoms, most definitely, I'm telling you. But we need to also keep in mind that there are, and you can Google on a lot of information regarding depression on through Google, right? And they have some self-help and coping skills that can help someone who struggles with depression, and someone whose family member or friend or loved ones, struggling with depression, that you can use to help them. There are a number of things people can do to help reduce the symptoms of depression. For many people, doing regular exercise, doing jumping rope, walking, doing push-ups, sit-ups, playing music, dancing. Banco Crow is the best medication. Mom, party, this is ironic. Some more, no cry. Oh my gosh, Mr. Rami, you always put me in the laughing. Benku and okra is my favorite, so that's why I'm laughing. And so, like, walking, jogging, running a few miles, dancing, playing music, dancing, doing meditation, talking to friends, family members, loved ones, being able to express yourself, like, doing certain things, making sure you're drinking a lot of water, getting enough sleep, making sure that you sleeping at least, if you can get 8 hours sleep, at least try to get 6 to 7 hours sleep within 24 hours. If you're not able to get that, every day something is going to add on, escalate, and go into so many other things. So doing regular exercise helps create positive feelings, and it does improve your mood. Like, I share with you guys, like, I've been bugging my baby sister because I want my baby sister to exercise with me. So every now and then, I'll do exercise. Even my 12-year-old is doing some exercise with me, and then I will record it and I'll send to my baby sister Crisscross, and I'm going to keep doing that till she finally decide, okay, let's do this, Adwoa. So it's like, I'm just hoping. Last time she said, is they be by force, it's by force, by heart, or po. I will continue to do that till she gives up on that to do it. So it's like, it just put you in a positive mood, right? Like dancing, like most of the time when I do the program, after the program, I'm still playing music and dancing around the house. Kay also play music a lot, behind the camera. He records music also, like he loves to like do that and give it to family members. Like in my car, I have so many CDs in there that he put together for me. I can barely even play all of them. So that's nice. It's something that has helped me, because when I did have the motor vehicle accident, if it wasn't for the music, and me being able to like come and talk about certain topics and stuff like that, I think that was like my way of like interacting and doing something to get my mind off the pain and everything. Because like those who have followed me from beginning, like you can tell, like early 2018, I had the right knee surgery, so I wasn't given the okay to like dance. So I play some song, but I will sit there and move around. I never got up to dance because I had a knee surgery, so I couldn't dance. And I have my one of my brother Nanaya, he will come, people will be like, get up and dance. He'd be like, yeah, get up and dance. I was like, how can you do that? I can't dance because I just had knee surgery. And he will like, it's like, I used to be a just season not what the crazy gumumo or no ba or buameno. No so can't work, can't jagunam. See, look at this, you see, you see. So like coming live and talking to friends and family members, it really helped me, for me to not be stressed, and be stressed, or even like build it up to being depressed. So I'm just thankful that I had tools, and the ability to be able to use other coping skills to save myself from being stressed and being having it develop into depression. So I'm just grateful for that. So you guys have saved me from getting to places that I wouldn't have been able to deal with that. But sometimes not everybody is lucky enough to do that. I mean, like I started doing program, it's through Sister Cecilia, my dearest friend. She interviewed me about children whose family travel abroad and leave them with some family member, the treatment and stuff. And I started helping her. She asked me to help her with Smart Choice, and through that, and I was able to get the courage to come and do a program. But some of my early videos, like when you watch it, I used to like write things down because I will froze, when I come live, I didn't know how many people watching me. So I will like get I will get anxious, and like, some of the things that I'm thinking about, it would just literally walk away from me. I don't know, brother Alex, see the wolf abeka sa wolf me just out of the blue. I'm doing program. And to say like, I will get anxious. So it's like I was saying a lot of but you see some of my early programs now, you'd be like, oh, this woman she's struggling. But in all, no, that was a good experience. But right now I have gotten comfortable talking to friends, family. Most of you, I know, most people watching me, you think, well, there's going to be some people who have their own level of understanding and limited mindset and all that, but that is not my problem. I just come and do what I can do, share information, and also take some learn from some of you through your comments. So right now I'm kind of like comfortable coming and talking. Me, I like to dance, papa. I know, sis, and I make us a Muslim. I would son as a will record. I am an inya tintin because I am pessimistic. Was an insubi. The young effect one percent was son. Why, I'm like, yes. It is another Raminana Martin said Benku and okra is best medication. And secondly, is Abba, is about the individuality of the person and body system. I'm telling you, this are like they have the capability, they are emotionally and psychologically strong. So they are able to, even though they're going through a lot of stressful event and situation, they are able to really deal with what is happening within. But there are some who emotional and psychological being is not as strong as it needs to be because they worry themselves so much and they internally keep things inside. Because if someone does something to you and it hurts you so bad, you need to let the person know and also learn to let it go. Because if you let the person know, you vent and you do whatever, you say, okay, maybe I forgive you, and you still have not forgiven the person, you're the one harming yourself. You're not harming anybody by yourself, and you getting yourself sick, literally sick. Mrs. Raminana Martin said walking and dancing and also window shopping as well. Yes, it's good to also go out, get some fresh air. As I say, with pandemic, make sure that you have your protective gear on. You take all the precaution that you need to keep yourself from getting sick. I wish I can eat this medication. Aisha Ankra. I know, right? It is around me here. Benkudi okra pa. To say, hey, my favorite food now. What they are to one say bam. I say, it's Mrs. Taketwa. I will offend you. I was when you can Christmas man say that will never happen, but you can keep dreaming about it. Laugh out loud. Love you much still. Love you too, sis. Oh, and yeah, messany video nisa. Messenisa. That be what no cra who machin messeny video exercise in video. No. May the best anyone I could put so back as Abba. Adwoa Odo, they are some. Why are you messing with my life? I will continue to do it. When you can say that will never happen, I will continue to do it. Me, how was you go see? You see how many times I will send you video. Even that mean yes, is I should force me why you be just to send it to you to annoy you. I sometimes do my exercise at home by dancing because it's cold, so I play music and I dance. That's part of it. Most definitely. Listen, yes, yes, aboni nkuma sasio. No dance will kill earth. We can use our arms, keke. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, yeah, ooh, hey, hey. You can even do jumping jacks to dance. So any dance will go. It'll go. Remember, like, don't feel shy. Say, me, your family friend be was, menti meti wanuma metimi sakama me sorry ana asem na say, which is true. Me see sabre what wanuma. Hey, skills power you know sorry everybody obesrato form. But it's good. I mean, he used to make us laugh so much, which is something that is good for laughing is really good. Also laugh a lot. Learn to laugh a lot. I have a lot of funny videos that I have on my WhatsApp. I send to family members, but of lately I haven't been doing that. I keep it for myself. I will like have so many of them, multiple ones, multiple funny videos. I mean, I'm talking about funny videos. I'm not talking about the videos that ebimu edin sem hu na obi etimi and you maybe send me heart attack. No. The funny funny videos, like my baby sister Crisscross, and I love this movie Home Alone 1, 2, like with Macaulay Culkin, like, you know. Henry, I reached the top. Hey. Like, I love it. So I have funny videos that at times I would just play that and laugh. And Kay also like get some like funny videos. Some of them he even posted on social media. Like he will send me videos through WhatsApp, and sometimes we in the same house, and he would just send it to me, and I'm like, why are you sending me this when I can just simply come and watch it on your phone? He'd be like, I want you to have it because say I collect funny videos, and then I use them when I'm down or feeling certain way, and then I'll play that and I will just laugh. I would just laugh. So laughing is really good. It keeps you healthy and also young. So learn to laugh. Kay and I laugh together. We laugh at each other and we tease each other. Which is something that did not happen in the beginning of our marriage, because like stuff like that would have triggered either me or him, but we have learned to have better understanding. So it's something like Crisscross and I used to like repeat, say some things in Home Alone. Henry, or say, oh, I'm scared. Come get me. Oh my goodness, I'm going cuckoo right now. It's a good thing. So watching funny videos, doing certain things out of norm, being able to freely express your emotions and yourself, it's a good thing to like kind of like limit symptoms of depression, because everything about depression is like, negative things, things that will take away from your life. So we need to be mindful and do things outside the norm. We will be crying pass out. Try say ubebonyum no asa. What do you pesa wasa? Amansabe who say when you can dance well now, just dance at home. Like you should. And some of you should try. Like I have gotten some like mini boxer shorts, right? The clothing one, not the silky one, the cloth one. And when as women we have buttock, so when you put it on, it's really nice and tight, and you put on like a small top on it, and in the house, like you playing music and you go, woo! Like, guys, I kid you not. It is the awesome feeling. You just dance and you slide across your living room or the dining room and stuff. It's amazing. You guys try it. It is awesome. Some songs, because of copyrights, you can play it on social media. You just play it in the house and you go crazy in there. Charlie, it feels good though. It feels awesome. Crisscross, Sister Rami, you laughing. Crisscross Mensa said, bring it on. I have patience and bring it on. Yes, sometimes when you test, go back, says, bring it on. I have patience and endurance. You see the bully you are. This is a good bully. It's a good bully. I just want to work out with you. Is it so wrong, guys? Some of you advocate for me. Is it wrong for me to want to like exercise with my sister? I don't understand. And she has a trainer. So I'm just trying to, because for me, I'm not going to spend money for a trainer. No, I have my own exercise, skills and tactics. So like, I can take some from Crisscross, but she keeps shouting me out. I know she's busy here and there, but I just want to. And also, when you exercise with someone else, it's the person, it becomes more encouraging, because when you're doing it alone, sometimes you do it and then 2 days later, instead of doing the day after, 2 days later you haven't done it. So it's like, I just want a motivator, and I know she can push me further. And I'm doing it, and she's right now, she's asking me to bring it on. She has patience and endurance. You see what I'm saying? You see what I have to deal with? But in due time, no, she will be considerate and work with me. I am so hopeful of that. She's laughing, and I can feel her laughing because my ears are tickling me. But it's okay. This is a Rami Nanamo and said, make steady for this. I know, right? Oh, jai. Sister Ramini Crisscross, Munyina Mono, Munyina Mosrin, not just a margin, a cozy baby, baby the same. Munyayo, Stop laughing. I love those times. I know, right, Chris? Like, it was like crazy. Home Alone. You know what? Today, after I finish the program and have time, I'm going to watch Home Alone 1. I just want to bring back the memories. Oh my goodness. Sister Aisha Ankara said laughter decrease stress, hormones, and increase immune cells and infection fighting antibodies. Yeah, thus improving your resistance to disease. Sister Love, I feel you. Sis, I'm telling you, hey, there's a reason why every day I come, I say music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul, and I play music and dance. It's not like I'm trying to show off. No, I'm doing my cardio and I'm just distressing myself. I have to distress myself, get my mind clear, and be able to come and talk and have conversation with you guys, share information, take information from you guys and store it up here. If I have it in the future, or I have a family member, friend, people that I care for going through some difficulties and challenges and struggles, I have information to help them be able to feel good. It's good to learn better coping skills that will add on, that you can use to help someone be able to gain their self-confidence, have self-love, do self-care, have self-discipline, and be able to do basically everything, have self-assurance and stuff like that. Because the only way we'll be able to help other people is to also help ourselves. We need to work on ourselves and be truthful. Be an honest person. You speak the truth. The truth is hard to deal with, but always speak the truth and stand and stand for the person that you are. Do not pretend to be someone that you're not. Be real. You know, everything you guys see here, that is me. I mean, you guys haven't seen my craziness, my crazy part yet. You know, the humorous crazy part. Oh, hey, y'all will love me. Hey, you will love me. I'm the comedian, the humorous person. And Kay, he's the worst. I didn't even know he was that funny. Crisscross, oh my gosh, she will kill you guys. I remember like when I went to Ghana in 2000, and we went to a friend of ours in Akim Oda or Achim Oda, whichever way, Akim Oda, English, you know, Achim Oda, you know. Na ɛwɔ Janko. Obi a wofiri wɔ dan bi a wɔne baabi a Janko wɔ. Na yɛkɔɔyɛ na yɛnam fufuo, yɛne yɛnam fufuo bi na ɛwɔ hɔ no na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ. Crisscross ne me deɛ Fanta na ne yɛnom because yɛnom nsa. Na guy baako a wɔyɛ mu yɛbɔ nkɔmmɔ na no so ɛyɛ sɛ ɔkɔ use restroom. And sorry, oh na Crisscross, sorry. Ejina ho. Ga ne ka so kwa ha na Crisscross a movie kwa ha. No was a movie kwa ha. Wa yes na obi a was wo use to baby so no was what trase because Crisscross ka say okay mejan we dey kon na nyum so omoba minya wa appear to su nyum bi no. I'm saying, Crisscross. Now, and you know, like we do that. I mean, yeah, family get together. Like we haven't done that in a long while, where all the siblings and friends, you know, we play music and we dance. Like we all dancing. My dad, my mom, like everybody. And then when my mom and my dad started dancing with each other, and you know, they getting in the groove, and we'll be standing there, go mommy, go daddy, oh. Yeah, like it's like the best things, right? Crisscross can make you laugh. If you're not careful, she can like get you to pee on yourself. Like that's how funny she is. Yeah, literally. Sister Robin said, me, I dance on the street. And sometimes people give me money, especially summertime. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, like most times, like I haven't like find a spot to do that for people to like give me stuff, but like, you know, when I'm walking on the street with the headset, sometimes, you know, I'll be walking in the street singing and dancing, and sometimes I would just stop for a minute and then I'll do my atupambushos kakra. Atupambushos kakra, na me say moving on. Oh, na me kwa, na me ba, na me kwa, na me ba. Hey, Charlie. Life is good. Life is good. So we need to continue to make it good with positivity, positive thinking, you know, because depression is not something that is a good feeling. It makes you, it brings you down. Your mood is always like, you know, upside down. It's not a good feeling. So we need to be able to like really support each other, encourage each other. If we have a friend, a family member, a co-worker who's going through something like that, neighbor, you know, we need to be more understanding, and whatever information we have to share it for them to be able to get the help that they need. We shouldn't bring them down. We shouldn't be talking about them, gossiping about them, and making them feel worse than they already are, because we just need to know that the sadness, everything, they're not happy, so many things are going through them. It's a lot. There is nothing wrong with that. You know what you do to make you feel better, so no one can force you. Most definitely, I totally understand you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sister Aisha. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Sister Rami said, with saying the truth, you got to know how to say it to the person, because some people, if you tell them the truth, they get mad at you. So some things are better not to say. That's true. But like, you know, when there are, but you definitely right in regards to, you have to know your words are very important, and it's crucial. It's really it can break or make somebody, and so we do have to be very mindful the wording that we use, but you also have to be able to know, especially our loved ones and friends, people that we truly care for. There are so many of them, when you speak the truth to them, they're going to be mad. But I'd rather for my friend, my loved ones, and those I care for be mad at me from speaking the truth to them, because at some point it's going to register and they're going to know, say, I said it, and I make it aware and I hold them accountable because they will recognize that I care for them, rather than not say the truth and sugarcoat it and make them more sicker. Then what's the love that you have for them? Okay, if you love someone, you speak the truth. But someone who will not add anything to your life, and you speaking the truth and they choosing to insult you, and then you better left alone. You block the person. Me, I'll block you. I don't have time for nonsense. I'll block you and speak to those who wants to listen. In due time, somebody, if one person is able to really get something out of that, or be able to utilize something to build themselves up, or to, like, excel, I'm happy with that. Truth syrup is always the most important. People who tends to speak the truth, they really care for people, other people. They have a good heart and they're good to be around with. So I speak my truth. Sister, my beautiful sister Cynthia Aboro, mema wakwaba pa nyame nhyira. Sister Sage so me da se. But guys, t-shirts my share different type of t-shirt. Bi wo hono ma Ghana a friend is saying a African map, also like different design, some with material, some with kente and stuff like that. And munko a sages share.com. Namunko check out some of her authentic merchandise. She jurist nomnia denina everyone. Me first me watch which monitors my heartbeat, my steps and stuff. Me first because maybe end the program no massacre. No, last time me sana me making me go. I was like so happy with that. I did it. Auntie, mommy and support you. I am not at the phone so no mama monko subscribe me YouTube account, which is Adwoa Odo Mensa, and me page, me wa personal page on Facebook, which is Adwoa Odo Mensa itself, and my page, a Adwoa Odo Mensa page. Like it and follow it. This way, say me by life now will be home. Me programmer when she be crampo no. Idea ba could be dear you go like say make I say too much with the famasa no I would do prayers. Okay, thank you so much. I was just about to like say and get you to come on to do the prayer, and then I'll close up for today. And to say, like, some of the things, self-help and coping skills, some of the things people can do in regular exercise to help you create positive feelings and improve your mood to be in a good place. Downloading some funny videos and watching old videos like comedy movies normally are the Fridays, like you can, and a low down dirty shame, you can, like, I kid you not, some of the movies are like, really jamming. Making sure you're getting enough quality sleep on a regular basis, at least 8 hours within 24 hours. If you can, up to 6 hours, you good. Get enough sleep. Eating a healthy diet, and healthy diet, healthy living. Like some of us, we with Juice Plus, it balances your diet. It's a supplement. It's not medication. If you are taking medication for depression, you taking medication for cholesterol, high blood pressure, whatsoever, you can still take the Juice Plus supplement. Okay, it's not gonna harm you because Juice Plus supplement is all natural. There is no chemicals. There's no artificial in it. It's all plant based. Real fruits and everything. So you can take it along without having to stop taking your medication for whatsoever. And you have to be consistent. So make sure you eating right. All right. Sister Aisha Ankra, some of your pictures with food now, why dear Google plate no but I love it. That's a good motivation, to encourage other people to also be aware and mindful of their body, how to take care of their body, because that also all play part. Boss lady by me can't send me obi wo honoma man na yi undware o lose ampo anopa bia me ye na me hu am say sister Aisha say me ye fasting kura wa ma fasting no say atie free me trim me so na fasting me nche dem pe enti na and like we need to make sure we are honoma won jare obi nso wo honoma obedware ne panties ne sporter no asan the same thing, the same clothing. Like I mean it starts from small to severe. Sunny as say shaka, but boss lady super bobo no maybe wo honoma me when you don't need medication to take shower, but they say as things build up now, it's going to get worse and worse. And also, it's important for us to avoid alcohol. Alcohol, like some people when they get depressed now, they consume a lot of alcohol. Alcohol can be a depressant product, can also help reduce symptoms of depression. So we have to make sure, hey, brother Shilo dancer. Apomu te se mi hu atro Yesu adom ne nshira me hu eye papa oh, thank you so very much, Sister Aisha Kraus Medasipa, your contribution. Sister Rami de Mekan Simbia Nawosre. I kid you not, long time, Brother Shell. Sister Rami, me enchibia mefro. Why? No, have a bumpire. So, depression is a real illness, and help is available. So we need to make sure that with proper diagnosis and treatment, the vast majority of people with depression will overcome it. If you are experiencing symptoms of depression, the first step is to see your family physician or psychiatrist. Okay, talk about your concerns and request a thorough evaluation. This is a start to addressing your mental health needs. So, sometimes some people they don't want to go into that. Some people, they truly suffering, but they don't want to talk about it. We spoke of, I mentioned the definition of depression, but what is depression? Depression is a major depressive disorder. It's common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Fortunately, it is also treatable. Depression causes feelings of sadness and or loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed. It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems and can decrease your ability to function at work and at home. Depression's, symptoms can vary from mild to severe and can include feeling sad or having depressed mood, loss of interest or pleasurable activities, that you once enjoy, trouble sleeping or sleeping too much, loss of energy or decreased fatigue, increased purposeless physical activities, in a inability to sit still, pacing back and forth, and mostly like, talking to yourself. You also have changes of appetite. You lose weight or you can gain weight, depending your diet. If you're not eating right, it can also definitely affect you. It also slows your movement when it comes to, the feeling worthless or guilty, having difficulties thinking, concentrating or making rational decisions. Thoughts of death or suicidal ideation will cross your mind. Symptoms must last at least 2 weeks to present, a change in your previous level of functioning or for diagnosis of depression. So also medical condition, thyroid problems, a brain tumor or vitamin deficiency can also play part in that. Can have mimic symptoms of depression. So it is important to rule out general medical causes. Depression affects an estimate 1 in 15 adults, which is 6.7%, will experience depression at some time in their life. Depression can occur at any time, but on average, first appearance during the late teens to mid-20s. Women are more likely than men to experience depression. Some studies shows that 1/3 of women will experience a major depressive episode in their life. There is a high degree of habilitative, approximately 40% when first degree relatives, parents, children, siblings have depression. So like, all this, go to Google on that and you'll be able to like find a lot of information regarding depression. If you go to psychotherapist, you click on that, it will give you a lot of that. And as I said, it's treatable. Risk factors for depression. Depression can affect anyone, even a person who appears to live in a relatively ideal circumstances. Several factors can play a role in depression. Biochemistry, differences in certain chemicals in the brain may attribute to symptoms of depression. Genetics. Depression can run in family. For example, if one identical twin has depression, the other has a 70% chance of having the illness sometime in life. Personality. People with low self-esteem, who are easily overwhelmed by stress, or who are generally pessimistic, appear to be more likely to experience depression. Environmental factors, continuous exposure to violence, neglect, abuse, or poverty may make some people more vulnerable to depression. So you guys see, it's a whole lot. Like, when you can go into it, and I tell you, like, sometimes I feel like we don't even have enough time to go through everything. Depression is a huge topic that, no matter how long you stay on life, you will not be able to like cover all the areas. But I think today we have spoken a great deal of some of the things that people go through. That Minya my brother or Hineba nyame kyɛ me ma wakɔ aba meda ase nso nyame nhyira wo. Brother Hineba nyame kyɛ nso wɔ YouTube account into I no akwa subscribe man why into no the medibejam say feeling depression is something we share. I said it earlier, and with the meaning and everything, and some of the information I share, sister you should share, sister Stage William, a boss lady came and talk about depression is not madness, it's feeling of disorder that affects your mood, way of thinking, because of things you holding on to, such as what someone said about you, someone did to you, and your pain, your sorrow, going through, like some people like who are depressed, if they lose their mother, father, whomsoever, they're not able to mourn them, right? And your behavior changes, becoming angrier, hopelessness, helplessness, and then some people will lose respect for you due to your disorderly behavior. So I'm going to leave you guys here today. Sister Rami, I'm going to call you on Messenger for you to come on and say the final prayers, and then I'll close. Sister Rami. Okay, thank you. And okay, Sister Rami. My friend Sister Rami no aba bompaye amaye. Until I hope that she's still on.
Huh?
Sister Rami baby. The blues. I don't want to say.
The blues forever.
The blues forever, dear. The blues forever. And to say.
Yes, what going on, sister?
Oh, yes, what doing the insurance me when you're rough. Thank you. Amen. You guys, sister.
So me rap that was say me you are here me call me can for me show think quite yam.
Amen.
When I so beans me can be.
That's right.
Brother naughty shouts.
Amen.
To me rap on home by then come the DDM. EBPM the shouts.
Amen.
In the mountain of Jesus Christ. In your PO platform, be a shouts.
Amen.
To me rap on our castle beans to me can be. To me rap me young coupon army that was say. Our brain in castle beans to me can be. That was say me you are young me call me can for me show ding coco elimonium. And the star you are near Pushiacha unsa. When your BPO platform ya shouts. To me rap will be a home by. I am quite what day to me be a best for it. Jesus Christ, I am what to me now, brass and you come in the mighty name of Jesus Christ that I pray. Father, I thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. In the mighty name of Jesus, me Bushia, a shows, Obi Bia or platform Bia, a shows, Yaku Pong, Obi Bia home buying, Obi Bia, then it's a bit of my any sure. Oh, Jesus Christ, I mean, what to me now, brass. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ that I pray. Amen.
Amen. Oh, Sister Rami me da se fa nyame hira nan so thank you for your contribution. Ti me be bonwum mienu bi. Na se me se sa Jerusalem no. Me move no. It's similar to a electric slide.
Yes, sister, you are now can assembly about postpartum depression.
Yes.
So, a man be praying.
Yes.
Me who me bad boy no me nyabi.
Wow.
So, yeah, me nyabi. Also, me nyabi asa na omma me dro e won sa me na me no dro na na e ma me da. It started with sadness. I said,
yes.
Now say Bibia, you're okay. It's no fear, Bibia,
yes.
That's a sadness. I started there, but me, so I'm on medication.
Wow.
And Bibia, to take here from the beginning. And be a little becoming Kuma. Medication. That's an ambitia. Mean to me. Like I said, Nema would die. Be another amount of weak side effects, the medication.
I know na yeah na ebi mu jai fa no. And no na ma ebi mu jai fa no because
trust me on that. Let me mean on say say a lot of women out Ghana
because I want no. Yeah.
About postpartum depression.
Yes, that's true.
Because I mean, say, maybe also say, that may work a bit. Now, me come out some just say, but what chronic or be from your hospital.
Wow.
St. Michael Hospital. So, by now, we say, how's the baby doing and everything? I feel me to home, son, I said, I refer to me so, maybe I don't my woman, but
oh.
My woman, banner you. Trust me on that. I want to me to say, be a say, but one as a name is soon a gummy.
My gosh.
We so good, I say, me, be okay. I run down, I say, I feel, me catch one of my workers. Small workers, on that. Trust me on that. And to me, work back home, I'm catching no say. Let's say, me doctor, family doctor, and best from your hospital, St. Michael's. No best from your
wow.
So best from your no say, how do you feel to become a mother? And I'm kind of the way I may feel a churn. I don't say that's postpartum depression.
Don't cry.
I'm telling you. So catch me no would be too droby so sexually. And then got a painting this animal maybe. They don't know not me that's I'm too baby.
Yeah, every month to say mo mutrimu yo, every month to say mo mutrimu ye do.
So woman do not say I'm not side effects no
wow.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
you experience on that. Trust me on that. You experience on that.
Wow.
So, it's not cancer in my phone. I know that. Yeah. We very much experience on that. It's me no do na be say one man na be dasa na say a man you weak na I say a man muscles na you weak.
Wow. You and Bankuni Kumani Fufu. Hey, the blues.
Medication is now side effects. A lot of side effects. Trust me on that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of side effects. Side effects now they be more with medication or from let's say postpartum depression. Trust me, it's not even good. It's not good. It's exercise. And now I say
we have funny videos depending which one it is. But it's Sister Rami, this is unyana almost so tema and no unhia medication for a long time. And no problem no you move your high and
first. First our hospital St. Michael's. Yeah, at that time no. Minya hospital no. The big fear some as a
wow.
So yeah, me big fear the dia plan be fear no. And be an me I say name the back that masum na me say voice be me
wow.
I'm telling you, I've been through there before.
My God.
I face on Ghana. A man be brave, money be only education on that.
Now say no near castle my bodam no so nipa ne more dam or so far. Yeah. Or go through a lot of mental medical. No correct.
So some me to medication so if we are for the first month and again it's a key year. And you have been baby me. Say I tell my crime why nobody are brammy. Come on, my watch and I'm coming back on my demon. Might take me vitamins. Like
Oh wow.
And I don't know a man like side effects on that.
Yeah, I mean to say who were drobisu for certain time. I almost ran a test, almost share with moja. No had the level of a drone. I was system say so you freeze one and so decreasing. But it will be one ma or no the ni pay ni who freeze so on so on your follow up no on say yareness no be as a post partum disorder no and no ma omo soja and no more hunum ni other past traumatic event, being sexually assaulted, rape and stuff like that. Ni nyina no betimi aye trigger. Enti no sometimes you know obi wo ho no ma the mind it's not emotional and psychological, it's not strong enough into without the medication, they cannot function. And obi so one more for medication and kakra bi no jaya obetimi living a normal life without the medication to be different. And we shouldn't copy people. Yes, I mean it's no
it's about the body system because me first let's say like mom is sexually like postpartum depression medication. Like me woman boy in the first.
Okay.
For the first month, let's say now me weak. Not me go to me now you very weak.
Yeah.
Me tell them no, I cannot take this. And I'm too weird. To see I no cast say, but one man I'm a doctor no. Now I'm this and the Abrami
now sister Rami, when we are about for memano, your memani be brain no Emma omo be meant mean sorry nyina so nche enti na esa obe ma bi wo ho no ma
yeah it's mommy na me baby wa me no ma na me na you weak my so weak na me timi nya hwe am too na guye am teaching my family vitamins so
well
that only say a drone I am most of them doctors no on person mo ton a drone
Emma yeah
a drone said about care about the side effects about their person. No?
I mean, some doctors need be one no man. Yeah, I mean, doctors be one no man. Send me can earlier no. Doctors be one no man. Almost doctor because of CK womb. And I use an example to say we naturally. Nyesika, but nyesika say your child C-section. Your child C-section. Enya more money no me adin to be on cry. I walk or when he has a channel and so near channel. Intino to say depending with doctor will be any information so I will be acquired. Mati, Rebecca said to me dancing to me on pipe bono and sharing your story. Thank you. Bye. That was Sister Rami, Nana Martin, in Tietie for Adofonum. Medemube see her say. I will leave you guys here. I hope say some of you was able to like get something out of today's program. Oh, the Sister Missy Kanakabimo is all in the state of our mind too. Yes. Adreno to say Adreno is very fragile. And say Yensiano maybe and strengthen yadring our thinking process and I said no maybe a bit me a boy and yadring positive thoughts because the more negative things you kind of dwell on and no so making it easier for you to be stressful and be depressed when you feed yourself with positivity. I mean, I tell you guys, when I had the motor vehicle accident, if it wasn't for being able to come live, playing music, dancing, and doing meditation and stuff, I would have gone that road. But thank God, by the grace of God, I was saved from all that certain condition, all that disorderly problems. And today, so later on, come live with Sofo Samuel Koso. And the topic we're going to be discussing this afternoon is arrogance, the destructive weapon in or is it destructive? I mean, right now, I think I will find out if it's destructive weapon in marriage and relationship. So I'll find out if it's supposed to stay destructive or destructive. I have to figure out which one it is, because here I see DISTRICTIVE. So I'll double check to see if it's destructive or as I see it. And we will see you guys later on. Sister Missy with us in Yamisha. And so who Juice Plus, reach out to Sister Missy through Messenger. Who want a WhatsApp so I reach out to her. You can also call me. Who pay this nice t-shirt, no ne African print, no ne kuto, no ne a beat, and no ne necklaces, no earrings, no ne adena. Go to Sister Sage's website, which is sages, share.com, and to check out her merchandise. The also who and what we surround ourselves with. Oh, Sister Missy, someone my idea who born and also no another certain condition. Obi wo ho no mu nto afutupa, obi wo ho akasa wo feel certain way so obema nyansa adwen se ko hu doctor na say ye so wo fie beifo na ye da bia de bibi hye efia beifo fo na abusua no nso ebi mu nye wom, ebi mu nenam nnuro so ono akwaje ne nsem hu ne nsem fo no na ode ne nua bi ana ase na busuani bi ana ase ne nua ba bi emomasi asiawa ono de obi eba ana ase ne nua bi ekra na ekwaje ne sikaduro ene nsem fo ensem ontino. We have to be prayerful. If you have faith in God, you believe in God, you need to pray a lot to just protect yourself and your family, because there are some wicked family members, some wicked friends, people that you allow to come in your circle of friends. Sister Eunice Tieko Apomu to say me who watch it's good to see you. And to say be our basuna say menti me I acknowledge you. Please forgive me. It's not intentional. I love each and every one of you the same. And okay, I see, Sister Missy. I love you guys all the same. And in some audience, and you guys forgive me. So Sister Kate Mensa, wow, it's good to see you here. Memo Akwaba Pa Nyamisha, Brother Echo Bako. So Memo also Akwaba. Let me see. Say I made sure earlier, no. Obi a Sister Cynthia. I won't forget. Also Memo Akwaba. Sister Aisha Krameda Sepani will contribution. There are some of you also that are here. Your name is in scriptures. I can read it. Let me see who else. Brother Nati does it. So even though you need to rest and get well. Okay. Your prayers are with us. We're going to pray for you to get better, brother. Hey, brother Fori Junior. Me watch papa apomu saying, brother. Aaron Afo also memo kwaba. Wow. I see. Let me see. What I don't know. Boss lady me da se pa se with me basuna. Also ube tre wadrin. Ube bie nneoma bi so na ye yinti no. Mame mo your friend is Supremo Ojenchi na memfa Master KG Jerusalem. Ye be sia sa why he wo de mo tra ho na mo nya mo homre wa mre wasam me komanim na wo de mu ni. Oh, I don't need too loud. Sorry guys. Then I mean, the movie
I'm the supremo. That like the triumph of citizens, it can get me out of that race and make me draw by God. And make me draw by God. And make me draw by God. In my faith, I can do it better. I get tougher. I can do what you do, but you never try to do what I do. And Bob Marley said, "You the prophets, let them wear it. You the prophets, let them wear it. You the prophets, let them wear it. Yeah, kill it for time and love. I'm for sure. I'm for sure. I can just say for your plan. Well, I'm made a reason for you the greatest. Every person so many to keep. Yeah, you just run me in the yeah, you just run me in the she keeps alive. I'm on the line. From the weather, say I am God. Cristiano Ronaldo, they just shoot us. Why do they think they're about anyone? What's all good on with America? What's all good on with America? How long? We need a show. When I'm out here, city, I'm a city. Man, I'm a I was sure, never be so small. Yeah, baby, to me, I am playing. I'm the supremo, king of love songs. Oh, where you? I walk. You have fish, let them wear it. You have fish, let them wear it. You have fish, let them wear it. Yeah, train unity, but I'm for sure. I'm for sure. I'm for sure.
Hold on, oh. Sorry, Mr. Me friend back. Says, yeah.
Yes, sir, yeah, sorry about that, okay?
That's no problem.
My apartment was not the lights, no, I problem is I think I'm landlord every year, mommy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I'm sure about that.
No, it's okay? No problem. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only someone now may catch you about postpartum depression. Me bad boy, so I was St. Michael's Hospital. So some people know me name some
okay.
And I say, me told them some work my woman bannery. So or them come me be any day, meaning scar I walk my cousin be a basse. So now me happy, my sadness be. I started with sadness. I say, yeah, postpartum depression, Saturday, right. So, and I face my home for some my year to my hospitals.
Okay.
And it be my year to my like healthcare. And it be my year to my wall. Lot of places.
And why say a construction, right?
Construction there, some boss. I mean, some they don't tell me. I'll go some how you repair.
Hey, just a baby, who are you, ma?
Me property manager.
Wow.
It's 3 years of construction. He said me tree fog late. Any BBR. Construction job. Said Ghana my tongue you can't match me street girl.
Hey, brother, answer crazy late today.
My tongue in Adwoa, my tongue I saw that. Maybe I tongue Ghana. Yeah, my tongue be that. So I made I consume.
Wow.
So, Nipa na minton ba ensio ice water kantamato ukobusa midi o ha obehu force ma ton bi da broni wa niko yi sa mache taifa be sorry mache na ma sorry number 2 bars.
Wow. Any
for my mate.
Hey.
My mate.
Wow. What the wow.
I said, you'll be as a street girl. And yes, a street girl to say, yeah. I said, who said, Abrabo street girl, not in conformity in a different way.
No. Like we will be one of my winter meaning.
Yeah, and yet, yes, they torn near my force. And the car, customer to how much power, sorry, not going near my force, no, Brony, I'm a Tom, I'm the Google message. Wow. Maybe I said, you'll be as a near thing. You were not to see, and I say, Ama, many,
when you are brassy, Capra.
And I face me too crying on. I'm a pray. I said, my bread was for that.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Because I was I consumer somebody who said, so I consumer, I walk, I consumer.
Brother Peter Danso.
One shot near June, ya chew near at police, and maybe a night. Ya Joe Backers Nsem. Ya me swenya sambe pray wa konti untu kwanya. Emma woni bi
Yenye na sister ye movie.
Yeah. Emma woni bi sometimes e bi ona me hwe Ghana for bebre still am the so na omu ye ne ma bi ana
Nsem fata.
Sane man nya ma ye bi pen. Ba ase usa untu kwanya. Emma hu nyansa.
No correct.
Emma hu nyansa
for many.
Sometimes I will fuck quite be more. And no, I don't say,
no credit.
No media. Trust me, said me what gun and yano. Any boys, there, the blues, me not bad now, we'll call them any that's why we shed the blues.
I know
that's we are just fan and met one time out.
Hey,
we are just fan for what some call.
Sister, now some way they not be by force, so eh? Then this is a way they not be by force because they be any panel. Internet is any panel, so I Chelsea fans by force.
We are Manchester fan for some call bed.
Hey. And that is like,
hey, we are just fan, yeah, just fans, yeah, no, so I can say,
not
you fan, and I say, we
Asna, no, your friend is saying, Asna, Everton.
Entertainment football,
Chelsea for German Chelsea for friends. More, yeah, that we are moving to it was what Obi the Kamasam. Mati.
Okay,
Mati.
Okay. Me Yankopon me da wose me wa ye me crown can for me show din kokon ni monyam.
Amen.
Tell me ra una ka so bi timi ka bi me da wose me wa ya na me crown na me can for me show dia e bra din na so me da wose ya na sene fata me de busua show sa me de na for sa obi o platform ni ya so me de show sa me de obi ya show sa me de brother not show sa to me ra uni na kwam ni bibia me to me ra in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Father, Lord, thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us. In your name, Jesus Christ, that immerse the every shop. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Says, ain't you know, you may share with you, and you need for someone.
Me catch no back I say it, me told you want to know.
Okay.
And nobody brings no some fix it and mommy.
Okay. Martin.
If you are me catch of say me
no
from back.
worries. Into your back, I said, why? Me that's it.
Me answer why.
One co watching him because you men run a doing to maybe a Chelsea for my assume quite the dear why. That's right.
Bye. Me person me say hi to sister Missy Macon and also
Sister Aisha. Sister Sage Williams.
I love the book. Like as I me Pauma Sempa, me some yes, a phobia say meeting in your
no cry. Now, somehow I make an crisscrosses, and I see it saying, make a new brace some animosity. Missy make some make earlier make a new man, mamma serenum near the nanny crisscross and amosity, and I see it saying. Now to some may come and brace some namosity.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay? Oh, I know. It's a minimum yummy. And I'm with you.
First time I'm asking me.
Oh, and your first time, but with your moon question, salmon, move. Me see, say, me bad, flat stomach, move me cry, move, ya damn it, rough. Eh? All right, sis. I love you always.
All the time.
Martin, you see, I did 3 homes. Yeah, that cost was this. Intimidating me, Jawa, Sister Rami, me that's a pan, Amen. Amen. Bye bye. Oh, sorry, Sister Rami. Sister Janet, welcome. Sister Felicia Sawa. Don't go. Oh, and Nadia waba late me ya kasa wieti yani me bokwa dwan twunum na me bone nwum me bewie na chese me si Master KG Jerusalem ye nyina ye be sha asa no yesua asa no sa, right? But later on in 3 hours time now we'll come back with suffer some more also with your marriage lessons. We're going to talk about some things that affect our marriage or like life in general, decisions we make and everything, I am no more tuning in. Me da mu nyina must say more share program, more invited friends, more munya emre. Me baso enye se me te so 1 hour be me call beyond 3 hours. We more from beginning to an end. More baso na more be contributing. We greet each other, we encourage each other, because the more I be share de no eno na ebe boa enti depression mama ye ni ema ye ho so e say ye COVID-19 pandemic ya be etimi ema ye oh, Brother Peter Danso, yes, I don't need to me when ye pa. I hope so won't so. Yeah, and thank you, Sister Janet. In SMP, new maybe one like we act in such manners, like we are kind of like shy or like we embarrassed to talk about it. If you have depression, you are not mad. You just going through some stressful emotional psychological difficulties. With treatment, you'll be fine. Just make sure that you follow through your treatment. You don't you don't take yourself off medication. You talk to your doctor, you speak to therapists, making sure that everything that's happening with you is being resolved, because some of the medication, when it's prescribed, you so very welcome, Sister Sage. It might be too much, so the dosage needs to be reduced. So if you don't speak about it, you're going to continue to take wrong dosage. That's going to mess up your head more, or it can damage you. So you need to be able to use your words to express yourself graciously for people to have better understanding. Don't keep things inside, because would the neoma show more and no etimima and neoma enkoye se wo nua wo ebusuani bi wo adamfo bi wo neighbor bi nipa bi a ne yɛ adwuma na so wɔ depression a mepa mo kyɛw mo kyerɛ sɛ mo ne nkasa te sɛ obi a wabɔ dam anaasɛ obi a wɔnyɛ nipa wɔyɛ nipa gye sɛ nneɛma bi wɔ hɔnom a wo betumi a handle no saa nipa no they are not strong enough to deal with it emotionally and psychologically and any kwan sɛ yɛgu wɔn anim ase anaasɛ yɛ limited them with our words nkɔnkɔnsa ntorɔ ne nsɛm keka ɛha yɛn esi ɛwɔ yɛ community nim deɛ nsɛm a ehia ɛno ne yɛ taa keka deɛ ebehia ɛbɛboa nipa ne yɛnka nipa bɔnesɛm adwen bɔnesɛm sɛ yɛbɛsɛ obi din ɛne obi abusua no ne hia yɛn nti no we can do better. We can do better. And if you are somebody who is living by yourself alone, now say you going through some difficult times, and I say you are stressed, you are feeling depressed now, do not deal with that on your own. Get help. Call a friend that you trust, call a family member that you trust, call your doctor and speak to your doctor and let them know how you feeling, because if you don't and you try to hide it and deal with it by yourself, it's going to get out of hands without treatment. The earliest you start treatment and also being receptive, say you have depression. I know you're the first step, because you say who were depression now won't to say who depression or yare no there be no constantly, because you know what for someone yali to me near whoop you make very intelligent decision that can really affect your life effectively. Why? I love all of you. Thank you so very much. Genesis, thank you, my dear. I'm grateful to be part of this family. Amen and amen. And I am so grateful that you were able to join us. Every Saturday morning, US Eastern Time, 8:30. Be by 9. I'm abaso. Eba na mbesa kakra mbechinchi mepa kakra atupembushios nyinaa ba mu a na yedi nkomo na te sɛ bia mekasa na wopɛ woba so nso bɛkasa bia wobɛtumi aka no masɛn ne link no wobɛba so via video wompɛ sɛ wobɛba so video na wo me WhatsApp number abɛtumi afrɛ woni me WhatsApp number abɛtumi afrɛ me through messenger na wo nso wode aba abɛka ho. The more we share no the effective that will become sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛkyerɛ yɛn ho adeɛ ne aboa abusuafoɔ ne adɔfoɔ no ɛne yɛn a yɛ ho. So if it's us struggling with it na ɛbɛkɔ yɛn nso yɛbɛyɛ yi te sɛ yɛka postpartum depression ɛno ne yɛ di bi a mmaa taa wɔ anaasɛ people who have gone through traumatic event asogyafoɔ no ne ade wɔn taa wɔ saa ade ne paa nti no ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a ɛha. That is big song. I know, right? And this is amazing. Yeah, it is his worldwide song. I know, right? I love Kojenchi. This is amazing. I'm on great topics, Sister Adwoa. Amen and thank you. One love to you guys always. Into your bonum kakra na ye na ase ne akwa. It's that relation that is so by until later on we say, Mommy, you came late. Mrs. Amamansa, Apomuti sense say ube share massa ne huni bi until no one ye de ko. Mommy, who no be surgery Saramano. Almost close to electric slide, but to say almost the flavor be afemo. Me last week, and I'm just trying to figure out like to get the move right. And to me, so the other dance from Opa to be our senior wasa. Okay, I'm sure there is not am I right.
to stop buffering issues anywhere.
Hey, hold on. And then make me last in labor. I will call you guys.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilondolose, Uhambenami, Tumangishilana, Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilondolose, Uhambenami, Tumangishilana, Dawuyami, Alikulana, Usowami, Alikulana, Ilondolose, Suhamdinami, Dawuyami, Alikulana, Usowami, Alikulana, Ilondolose, Suhamdinami. Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilondolose, Uhambenami, Tumangishilana, Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilondolose, Uhambenami, Tumangishilana, Dawuyami, Alikulana, Usowami, Alikulana, Ilondolose, Suhamdinami.
What you guys think? Bye. That was a good exercise. So, hey, it's a Rami. Asano. What a wow. All right, bye guys. Love you all. Take care. Whew. Let me go back. I'm going to dance again. Not on the